About time England won a World Cup, isn't it?
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Chipped in. And put it in. It's there by David Platt. England have done it in the last minute of extra time.
2002 when they lost steaming, and the next 10 years we're dreaming, but the golden generation didn't fall. Humiliation against Iceland, but in Russia we start climbing. Got a feeling it's our time we bring it home. Sing ooh la la, he's coming home.
Lineker is in the middle. They're tearing Pollard apart.
Sing ooh la la, he's coming home. Sing ooh la la, he's coming home.
You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it's live.
It is. Good evening. How the devil are we? Let me just check this because I'm losing my head a little bit here. It's a whole new layout, as you can see. Welcome along. It's here. Love it, hate it, don't want it. We've got it. Hello from me and mini me to my right, your left. Excited yet? No, nor am I. I just can't get excited by it. Hayden's in. Good evening, Hayden. How are you? He says he thinks Qatar will win. There's a lot of rumours going out about this game, isn't there? Let me get this sort of in from the start here, because look, and welcome along, Hayden. Thanks for joining us, by the way. I don't agree with it being in Qatar. For various reasons, but at the end of the day, it is. If I don't watch it, will Qatar suddenly say, well, we're going to change everything that we do? No, of course they're not. What I can do, though, is not buy Budweiser beer, not buy McDonald's, not et cetera. So, that will sort of hurt the sponsors. And I think that's the best way to hit FIFA, is obviously in the pockets. But look, it's there now. We've got to accept as well that I was looking the other day. UEFA has held 11 World Cups. I think South America's about 5. Oceania haven't hosted any. The last one in what you would call the Asian continent is probably, well, it was Japan and South Korea. So, do they not have the right to host a World Cup? The idea of the World Cup is to spread. What I would sooner see countries get the World Cup for the first time, rather than the likes of Mexico that are having it for the third, America that are having it for the second. Germany have had it a couple of times. Why? There's plenty of countries. There's, a couple of 100 countries that are in FIFA. Why haven't Australia held it? Is it, as I say, I don't agree with the way their country is run, but it's the way their country is run. We as Brits would get very annoyed when people come over here and say, like, I want to do this in this country, and we go, no, we don't do that here. We have to accept that. We also have to accept that, obviously, not so long ago, everything that we are complaining about in Qatar was law here as well. we've advanced. They are moving forward. I'm not expecting a lot to come out of this World Cup. I was saying, and good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day to James, who is in. Welcome along, James. I was in South Africa a few years ago for a safari, and I had an afternoon free in Johannesburg before we were all taken into the depths of South Africa. And I did, along with another lady from America, a tour of Johannesburg. And we went and saw Soweto, Nelson Mandela's house, and all that. Very, very sobering experience. But two things struck me. One, that in Soweto, where you had all these tin houses and single brick rooms where 6, 7, 8 are living, most of them had satellite dishes on the outside. But, the other thing, the guy knew I was into football because it was the guy that picked me up from the airport. So he was taking me around. He was talking football. We'd had a conversation, and he pulled up and he says, "There it is." And it was the World Cup Stadium from, I think, 2010, wasn't it, in South Africa? Totally overgrown, fenced in with metal fencing all the way round. Totally closed. You couldn't get in. Wasn't being used as a sporting venue at all. Like I say, closed down and totally weeds overgrown, graffiti everywhere. And when you turned literally from here to there, you went from World Cup to Soweto, the township, literally next to each other. How much money had been wasted? And don't get me wrong, everybody that's got a house in Soweto was being given a free house. This was a few years ago, about 3 years ago. They were given it was being built, and they were being given free houses. But it's not the point. The point is that they put all that money into these countries in the hope that it will create a legacy. I mean, did the Olympics of 2012 create a legacy? Because the Olympic Stadium was being used to host football. When I say host football, obviously I am, using that loosest possible terms because it will. It's West Ham. I'm just looking now at Qatar. I mean, they've spent the money. They've got a amazing fans village, but it's £175 a night. Normal fans can't afford that. This is totally the World Cup of money. From the very first time, we know it's dodgy, etc., etc., etc. You can't get away from it. Like I say, I have nothing. I have nothing against different countries getting it. I think they should have sooner new countries get it than the old ones keep going back. But it's got to be done fairly. And having listened to Infantino, whatever he's called, last night for an hour and a half, and I didn't listen to it for an hour and a half. I'm purely reading headlines, but I just don't think FIFA's changed. Here we are now, right? We're 50 minutes to kick off of the opening game of the 2022 World Cup final. And I've got the BBC on here and I'm looking at it. And you know what? They are still talking about the bribery, the corruption, the FBI. FIFA Ethics Committee report 2014, they just brought up. We shouldn't be talking about that. We should be talking about the football. Everything else, the beer ban, so what? For God's sake, England aren't going to be there that long, guys. Let's probably be honest. But if you cannot go to a football game and enjoy it without getting pissed, well, to be totally honest with you, you're a child. I used to do that when I was 16, 17, 18. If I go out, I've got to get pissed. So unless we're all kids, and let's be honest with you, a lot of fans act like the kids. The no beer thing. You live with it. There's non-alcoholic beer. And I know, Budweiser, I get pissed off totally. But that's between them, the sponsorship of FIFA. Maybe they should agree not to pay, etc. Migrant workers, totally different. That should be dealt with. That should have been dealt with. They've known about that for years. and there are plenty of other countries that could have stepped in and taken it. The LGBTQ plus, I'm all in support of that. But like I say, different countries are coming round at different times. And just because we say this is the law in our country, we've got to wait. It's wrong, 100%, obviously, but it's how it is. Who's to say that their God is the real God and ours isn't, and vice versa? You know, we say, well, you know, it says this in the way, but, well, you know, there's different gods around the world. But that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the World Cup. So I've said it, we move on and we forget it now, and we're just going to hopefully get on to enjoy the football. Chris Forian, news at 10. James, thank you, James. Yeah, hit the likes and subscribe. Joseph, I'd have no idea how they're going to line up. I really don't. They're now looking at World Cup emissions. Really? For God's sake, it's the World Cup. Let's just look at the football now. I don't know Gareth Southgate. He could play bloody Ramsdale up front, couldn't he? Who knows? Qatar 2, Ecuador 1. I think it'll be Ecuador. I really do, Hayden. I think it'll be Ecuador. But look, this is the World Cup show. It is the watch along, and it is Leicester till I die. What more could you ask for? Yes, Sue Barker, I guess.
Very good.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And this is your host, Chris.
No! God, please, no! No!
I know, I'm sorry, but he's cheap and available.
How rude.
It is. How very rude. So it's Ecuador taking on hosts Qatar. I just, like I say, I might be excited tomorrow morning when I'm getting up to watch the England watch along. Lookman is in. Good evening, sir. How are you? Still not happy with Levy, I see. James gone 1-0 Ecuador. I think it is going to be Ecuador. I'm just that nagging doubt, isn't there, James? That if oh my God, 220 billion it has cost to stage this World Cup, 13.9. Mind you, I have to pay in Russia, but I suppose they can afford it in Qatar, can't they? I just think if Qatar were to win, I just think everybody would be looking over the shoulders going, how? You know, Chris basically sums it up there. Yeah, if it's Qatar 1, Ecuador 0, there's so many rumours. I haven't got good solicitors, so I can't exactly say. But yes, it would be questionable. Jeff is in. Hello, Jeff from the Philippines. How the devil are you? You see, could you ever see the Philippines hosting a World Cup? I would sooner the Philippines host the World Cup than America next year. America have done it. They've done it. They've got the football set up. They've got the league. Mexico have done it twice. This is the third time Mexico will be hosting it. And I'm all for countries doing it together. You could have England, France, England, Wales, Scotland, etc. But why we keep going back to these? I mean, maybe some of these other countries can't afford it when you look at that sort of cost. But let's be honest with you, Qatar was starting from a zero base, weren't they, really? Hoping for Qatar win tonight. Members of my 9 years working and living in Doha are flooding back. I'm sure it was a very nice and rich place to work, Jeff. I just think if Qatar win, I'm thinking, how? How? Okay. I am well. I've had my rant, Chris. You missed my rant earlier, so I'm well. I've got it out my system. I might have to watch the England game tomorrow on record if college won't let us watch it. Do you know what? Work are absolutely total bastards when it comes to that. I can remember it was a World Cup, and It was when sort of England games were on. I think it was England-Wales. I don't know. It was a game that was being played in the afternoon with England. And we were told, I was on advertising then, calling out, outbound. And we were told that we couldn't come off the phones and watch it by our boss. Our boss, who was going out to be at a hotel with a load of his estate agent friends, advertisers, and we're going to be watching the game, but we couldn't. And I remember I used to look after builders, plumbers, etc. And I rang one guy up, and he actually turned around to me and said, "What the fuck are you doing ringing now? And this is about to kick off," and put the phone down on me. But bosses, that's why we love them. Not Qatar to win and reach the semis, just like South Korea in 22. I have a feeling this South Korea, like I say, I'm afraid Qatar are never going to get away from the smell of dubiosity. Is that a word? I don't want to use the word corruption because, as I say, I haven't got very good lawyers, but they just can't. Yeah, it will always be at the back of people's minds, I think. Saudi Arabia were the next to host the World Cup. It's predictable. I don't think it will. There will be. Although I said that, there could be because it's going to North America next, so it could come back. Again, they've not hosted it before. I'd sooner they do it, rather than. The politics is politics, but then again, are we not supposed to say? They've always said don't bring politics into football. Philippines will host under Asian, which includes Malaysia and other Southeast. Yeah, but why? They haven't done yet. Why shouldn't they? World Cup and Premier League trophy. I couldn't afford the World Cup now. I was working when I bought that. I'm not now. Yeah, allegedly. Exactly, Lookman. Exactly. Look, it's a busy week. It's a busy week coming up. The World Cup, like I say, obviously starts today. Probably the most controversial World Cup there has been for a long time. But this is what is coming up all this week on Leicester Till I Die TV. Tomorrow at 12:30, I'm being joined by Carl, a good friend of the channel, and we will be covering England versus Iran from 12:30 in the morning. Look at that. You can't see me. Hello. I have the World Cup up my nose. It could be somewhere worse, couldn't it? Let's try this one. Let's get rid of that one. As you can see, I've got new overlays again. So there we go. That's the one. That's the way to do it. Right. So, 12:30 tomorrow. I've got, oh, God almighty, Forian, get a grip. 12:30 tomorrow. I've got to go and pick up a couple of frame shirts in the morning. So, I should be back for that. 12:30. England hosting Iran, the second game of the World Cup. And England are in it. So I'll be doing that with Carl, the Leeds fan, big fan of the big friend of the channel, shall we say? Oh, we don't say, we will say. Monday night, the USA host Wales. Come on, America. And we are doing that with Doug. You all know Doug. Dugout Football channel. Great guy, be doing that. Well, I'm doing a lot on his channel. He's doing some on mine. I'm also doing some on Turf Morehouse TV as well. Then on Tuesday in the afternoon, I'm hosting Mexico versus Poland. I don't know who I'm doing that one with yet, so that could be interesting. Spain, Costa Rica in the afternoon on the Wednesday. I was going to be doing the Germany-Japan one, but the DWP have kindly invited me to their office in the morning, so I can't be doing that. On Wednesday, we got Spain versus Costa Rica, like I've just said, followed by the last round of 16 home and away quiz. Where have we got that up there? There we go. There we go. That's it. Home and away. It's Craig, Leicester City fan, taking on Spurs. Well, there's only two of them in the race, so where will Spurs come? I'll leave that one with you. That's your first question. Portugal, Ghana on Thursday at 4 p.m. 3:30, we will be going live with that one. And then on the Friday, as you can see, the double header, I'm going to get up in the morning to see if Iran can beat Wales 9:30 with a 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. kickoff. And then if you're not at work, do feel free to join me. And then in the evening, Doug is joining me again for England hosting the good old US of A. So that's what's going on this week. Quite a lot. Richard's in. Good evening, Richard. Good morning, good day. How are you doing? I am having guests joining me today, Luckman. One of them will be joining me probably in about 15 minutes. The other one, who knows? Chris Welsh, I'm in a good mood. Yeah, Carlisle, you beat Salford away, home yesterday 4-1, and we are in the playoff places. I've got a bit of a funny soft spot for Carlisle. You know, they were in the Premier League, or the first division, I can remember. Obviously, you had Nigel Worthington, and when I lived in Burnley, I had a good friend who was a Carlisle fan, and used to go up, because Burnley obviously not far from Carlisle, regularly. So, and I always feel sorry for them if it rains. Yeah, you know why, Chris, don't you? You know why. So I will be having hopefully some guests joining me in the not too distant future. So let's have a look at the groups. So obviously we're kicking off Group A today, and it's Qatar hosting Ecuador. Ecuador got here by finishing 4th in the South America qualification group, or whichever one they were in. And Senegal and the Netherlands. Senegal, actually my dark horses to possibly win this. I think it's about time an African country won it. And Senegal are my outsiders. I think they'll come second in the group. Netherlands will be top. The only thing is, of course, I said that if they come second, we win our group, we play them. So, yes, maybe not such a link. So, we have got that Group A. Group B, obviously England, Iran, United States, Wales. I'm actually not feeling 100% confident. I'm a great backer of Gareth Southgate, but look, he has done well in the tournament so far. I mean, people moan, say, "Oh, we should have done this against Italy. We should have done this." You know what gets me with English fans, and whether it's the media that do this to us or not, I don't know. But there was never any like, bloody hell, we've got to a final. It's all this like, shit, we've lost a final. Where is it said that we have always got to win everything because we're English? We don't. We got to the final. That was an achievement. Winning it would have been fantastic, but we didn't. We know the Italians allegedly, Luckman, like to cheat and like pulling people back and trying to strangle them and going down and pretending they're injured when they suddenly get up 2 seconds later when they score. So we know they can be cheating a bit, the Italians, but anyway. But no, Iran are the team that worry me there. Wales, well, no Bale, no Wales. So it's a lot of pressure on him. Lucky to be here. Didn't deserve to beat Ukraine. It was a fluky free kick that went in off a Ukrainian defender's leg or arse or whatever. So, yeah, they're lucky to be here, Wales, and I would love to see them go home after 3 games. As I am sure they would love to see England go home after 3 games. Let's not lie. Group C, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Poland. Whenever I think of Mexico now, I think of the away strip and Doug giving it 7 in the show. He's never going to live that down. But yeah, I think for me, it's Argentina and Mexico. Poland, again, no Lewandowski, no Poland. And he's on his last legs a bit, as is Gareth Bale, of course. Group D, France, Australia, Denmark and Tunisia. You would think it would be France and Denmark there, but, there's going to be surprises. Group E, Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan. will Germany make it through the group stage this time? That could be interesting because, of course, they've been struggling of recently, but they do like to grow into a tournament, Germany, don't they? So we will see on that one. Spain, I think, will. I'm not sure that it will be Germany. Group F. And let's be honest with you, we cannot take how well these teams did in qualifications. Fuck, it is so, what can I say? It's so biased, FIFA World Cup qualifications. How Italy did not manage to qualify out of these UEFA groups, I do not know. Because if England, if we can't beat England, Germany, and Spain, and France, and Italy, if we can't be beating Andorra, San Marino, and all these groups, what are we doing even playing this game? You know, to me, you get all the UEFA group teams get all the balls in a bag, and if the 7 teams, you just pull them out. Then if we get Germany, brilliant. And if you got Andorra, San Marino, and Luxembourg in a group, and one of those might get to the World Cup, fantastic. I know, and the argument they will say is, well, it gives us a chance to play teams like England and Italy and what have you. Yes, it does. But you're never going to get to the World Cup like that, are you? So basically, I know what you're saying there, Chris. So obviously that we couldn't beat them in the Euros final. But again, should we not be happy we got to the Euros final? You know, and who knows if the guy hadn't tried to strangle Saka as he ran down the ring, whether we could have got a goal from that. Not saying Italy are cheats. Much. Group F, Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia. Again, you would think it's going to be Belgium and Croatia, wouldn't you? G, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. Yeah, Brazil definitely. They're my pick to win the whole World Cup. Who's your pick to win the whole damn thing? For me, it's Brazil. Boring. I'd love to see somebody else do it, but I think it will be Brazil. I don't want them to. I actually want Argentina to win. And that is strange because I hate Argentina. Three football nations that I hate, and that's Argentina, Germany, and Scotland. Wales are thereabouts, but those are the 3 biggies that I really, really don't like, and I hope we can stuff them every time we play them. But I'd love to see it for Messi, just so Messi can go fuck off, Ronaldo. I'll go off back to Portugal. I'd love it. I'd love Messi to win it. He is everything Ronaldo isn't. So yeah, good. But I think it might be Brazil. Serbia for me, possibly going through. And then Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay. Can't wait for it. Cannot wait for it. I hate Uruguay with a passion. Why do I hate Uruguay with a passion? Because I hate Suarez with a passion. I hope he breaks his leg in the first game and is ruled out for the rest of the World Cup. That guy I cannot stand. He is a cheat. 135% a cheat. Not even allegedly. You know, he bites opponents more than fucking Mike Tyson does. And then he says things, he saves the ball on the line and then goes, What did I do? Yeah, you cheated. That is what you did. Oh God, I'm in the mood today. I'm in the mood. Indeed, Chris, 100% agree. He should be winning the World Cup or a World Cup. And I think it would be great. Again, you know, Maradona, he's won a World Cup. Cheat. Is it always cheats that win? Let's be honest. This is what it's looking like. You know, you can say that a cheat country is hosting the World Cup. In the past, Argentina cheated the way to a World Cup. Italy cheated the way to a final. Oh, mate. I've got to say, what a gentleman. What a gentleman, sir. Thank you so very, very much. That shocked me. I haven't seen the red one come up before. Probably won't be able to watch during the game, so I'm going to do it for you now. USA, USA, USA. Snapple faxes, I think that is it. Should it be foxes? Mate, thank you so very much. $50. That is totally and utterly. And believe I do appreciate this because I've not worked for nearly 3 years now, and I'm on universal credit. So when people do that, it means so very, very much. Mate, message me on at Leicester TID on Twitter. You can see it just there, and then give me a follow. I'll follow you back, and then I can, if I'm not already, and I can give you a proper thank you. But that is amazing, mate. Thank you so very much. Even though Mike Tyson does bite, still one of the greatest boxers of all time. It is, but it diminishes their memory. It does indeed. Look. Tell you what, we've got Bez from the Happy Mondays about to join us, and it's brilliant to have him along. Oh God, what is he wearing? Daniel,
hey, how we doing?
Big, what the hell is that on your head, sir?
Well, I've come with the correct attire. I've come to pretend I'm all excited for the World Cup, and I've also come as a Qatari, full of corruption.
Hey.
So, got a bit of both going on.
Can I just say that probably says more about you and Kate in the bedroom?
They're the kids.
Yeah. Well,
they fake plastic ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, even so. And the fact that you're saying it's for the kids, that's really worrying me now. Hang on.
Well,
social services. Just send them to the naughty step. You're not allowed to handcuff them. But am I supporting Wales, says Ant? No, I am not. I am absolutely not.
Get rodded.
Like I said, I did, of course, being in Poole in Dorset, our football team is, of course, nicknamed the Dolphins. And I thought they could speak Welsh, but apparently only Wales can.
Hey.
Yeah, I think I'm regurgitating the same.
You are.
But anyway, just again, I've got to say a really big thank you to Snapple.
Yeah.
That means so very, very much. Dan, it's a pleasure to have you along, especially because you're the only one that's turned up. So I'm quite relieved. Your details, obviously, you mod on the channel, so your details are permanently in my link, in my description below on YouTube. But just give yourself a shout out. And if anybody thinks that, I know he looks stupid in that hat, but I'm going to give him a follow anywhere. Tell them where they can do it.
Yeah, you can find me at Turf Morehouse on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You know the drill. Every social media platform. Just search at Turf Morehouse or just Turf Morehouse. The Morehouse, all is one word. No E after the R. Trust me, the amount of emails I've missed. But yeah, please do come and show your support and show your support to Chris. I know there's a lot of people going to be doing World Cup stuff and everybody regurgitating sort of the same stuff. But Chris will be with a few of my watch-alongs. I'll be with a few of his. And as I say, it's nice to help a brother out, or this time a father.
Indeed, it is. In fact, I'm gonna have a say because you're not doing any of mine yet, you bugger.
Well, I'll have to try and be fitted in. I'm doing today's. I'm doing the opening one.
Oh,
so
this
technically,
is true. Yeah, this is very true. And I'm sure we'll get into week 2. We will do.
We will.
Chris says, I hope Wales goes through to the last 16. I don't. I just want them to go. I mean, I'm looking in at the big screen and it's just Gareth Bale's mug on. Wow. Danny Ward plays for Wales as well. Now then, here he comes. Or a great grandfather. Look, I want to do an impersonation of Ant here, just so this is Ant. Hello. Please support Ant's Leicester fan channel. We're really good. Get over there. I'm here. I know. It's going to kill me for that. Lookman, thank you for that saying about coming on. I have got another guest possibly, so I've got to keep the space open for him in fairness, because if I end up with too many, it just buggers the whole layout up and everything. So I can't get my chair back in the right position now. Let me just... there we go. Let me just get it up. So let's just Do a little bit of quick history on this one, Danielle. In this century, I go and say this century, bloody hell, Brazil, Italy, Spain, Germany, France. I would love it to be somebody different again.
Yeah, of course. You always want someone. I don't know. I sort of want an underdog this time. You always hear the same big names, don't you? So it would be very, very nice to see a little underdog in there.
It would. Touche and touche. You doesn't know how near the truth he is, actually. And this is how many. I mean, Brazil, come on, you've had your fair share. Bugger off now. And Germany and Italy. Yeah, I would like to see. I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to Holland. I mean, probably the biggest country, as in footballing history, not to have won it.
Yeah, definitely. Why not? They've got a young squad. Louis van Gaal's sort of, tried to revitalise them. Louis van Gaal's army. So who knows? If there's any man that's going to do it with Holland, then it is probably going to be Louis van Gaal.
It is. Qatar, Ecuador. Not the most exciting first game.
No, not at all. But somebody's got to kick us off. And obviously the host nation always has to give us a bit of a start. That said, like I said to you previous, have some of these players played football before? I mean, did they have a national side before the tournament even got confirmed? Has everything just been thrown together? It's just, you got entered into a sweepstake at work, see if you could make the Qatari national 11. I mean, how's it panned out for them? I don't know. It's been a bit of a strange one, but I'm sure with all the controversy surrounding this first game as well, I think that's where there's going to be a lot of people tuning in to see if this alleged bribery stuff is going to be, come to the forefront.
Niall's in. Good afternoon, Niall. To be honest with you, I thought the opening ceremony started at 3 because the kickoff's at 4. Unless they're doing the kickoff first and the opening ceremony afterwards.
I'm not sure. It's a bit strange.
Yeah,
it is a bit
I've
strange.
got to be honest with you, I'm looking at them now. The stadiums. I hate to say this because of how many people have lost their lives building it, but it's absolutely amazing stadiums. Oh, apparently it already has. Fair enough. I did wonder because I can see the players warming up on the pitch, so I was wondering. Sean's in. Good evening, Sean. How are you? I love this guy's name. I don't know if it's rude or not, but I don't care. Slurpy Dave, pubs, beers, and jokes. And I guess you're in the Isle of Man. He says slurp, which, if I misread, could be the ex-Leicester City player Slurp.
Go on, Jeffrey.
Oh, they did it well before 3 p.m. I was watching Chelsea versus Spurs women's football because I thought I want to watch at least one decent game today. And Belgium aren't playing Morocco for a while, so France aren't playing Morocco for a while. So
you remember him, Chris, won't you?
Sorry,
you'll remember him. It just showed on the screen. Was it Guadalajara or something? Didn't he play for Leicester? Oh no, he didn't. No. He played for Forest. Ignore me. I was thinking of.
Oh! Goodbye.
To be fair, there is it something Basuna or something who used to play for Leicester? He had he looked a bit like John Joe Shelvey, full on balded head.
That was we had Gunn Largson, but he was Icelandic.
Oh, I can't remember what he was called.
There was Rooster years ago. Russell, he had a bald head.
Oh, I'm trying to think who he were. I'm sure it began with like a B, and his first name began with a Y.
Yakubu?
Definitely not.
I don't know. Niall, I actually said at the start, thoughts on you're not allowed a beer in Qatar. For me, if you cannot go, if you don't want to go and not have a beer, then don't go. the choice is yours. That is the law in that country. Now, then, if it was Budweiser, I'd be saying, excuse me, I'm stopping that check for the sponsorship of this World Cup. And I would understand that. But, yeah, why? Like I said, we're not all 15, 16, 17. When I was those ages, I used to think I can't go out and enjoy myself unless I'm pissed. Now I'm an adult and I know better. So,
I found the player, Chris. I found the player. It was Johan Benelouan.
Oh, my God, yes. Well, he was Swiss.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. He popped into me when I saw him. To be fair,
no,
Tunisian.
He never really got a chance. He never really got a chance at Leicester, but
it says he's Tunisian / French.
We got him from Switzerland.
Ah, right, that's where you got him from.
Yeah. Slurpy Dave. Are you come here in place of Doug here because he's crap? He's done the old guitar player joke, which I said to you earlier today. Yes, last night, 24 hours late, Slurpy. Scotland get battered everywhere they go. Niall says England will be next. I don't get that next comment, Niall. Shouldn't have announced it 2 days before, though. Shouldn't have announced. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, they are doing the bouncy now. Now I get what you mean. I'm a little bit behind you, obviously, on the screen, but either that or they forgot to wipe their arse when they went to the toilet and they're trying to get rid of a Klingon.
Hey. Have you seen Qatar's 22 results? It brought up the results for Qatar in 2022 in all the friendlies they played.
Yes, I did, and I've lost it.
Didn't realise how many they bloody won.
Yeah, but look who they've played.
They beat Bulgaria at home, drew 0-0 with Slovenia at home, drew 2-2 with Morocco on a neutral ground. Neutral ground against Ghana. I don't know whether N means away. It says H in N. So I'm just N's neutral, I'm guessing. They beat Ghana 2-1, drew 1-1 with Jamaica, lost 2-0 against Canada, drew 2-2 with Chile, beat Guatemala 2-0, Honduras 1-0, Panama 2-1, and beat Albania 1-0.
Oh.
Rock and roll, our kid.
Kate, good afternoon. I hope you did join in the Dan's prediction quiz earlier.
She didn't.
Oh, she should have done. But now, can I just say that you wonder why certain people are called certain things, and I get that. I totally get it. I don't know why that's not working. It should be showing the display names. Never mind. I have just renamed Dan Dingle. It was supposed to bring it up. That would have been funny. Maybe not. But let's just catch back up. Everybody's saying hello to each other. In fairness to Qatar, I mean, I'd be loving it. They've got the World Cup. They're hosting the biggest football tournament in the world. Do you know, actually, Qatar are ranked 50th in the world.
Wow. Did not know that.
Was it Fiantorna?
I thought you got him from Parma. I thought you got him from Parma. I thought he was at Parma, went on loan to Atlanta, however you want to pronounce it, and then instead of going back to Parma, he joined Leicester on a permanent.
I just thought there was some Swiss connection in there somewhere. So with you saying like France and Tunisian, I thought, well, maybe we got him from Switzerland. I don't know, Ant. I mean, for God's sake, he played about 10 games for us. Who gives a shit? Let's be honest.
Ant's got his notes written down on skirting board.
Yeah, so, well, that's as high as he can get. That next to his height chart. I realised Ant is a borrower. That's what he is.
Ant by name, Ant by nature.
Oh dear. Right, so
We love you. We love you.
No, we don't. Yeah, we do, really. We do. We can never find you, but we love you. Yeah, never always wear something bright in a crowd. Yeah, so Qatar are ranked 50th.
Wow.
One place below the Republic of Ireland.
What the hell?
Well, I know. Mali are above them. Turkey are 45th. Ecuador are 44th. So Ecuador 44th. And although it's just doing the qualifying there, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Ecuador. And then Peru went into the playoffs. How did Peru not get through and Colombia did?
God knows.
Am I confusing Colombia with somebody? God knows. So underneath Qatar in the world rankings, Saudi Arabia, good God. 52nd, it's Greece.
Wow, they've dropped off.
53, Romania. I'm saying that but I mean, I remember Romania not being a bad size. Slovakia, 55. Venezuela, Panama, Ghana are 61, and they're African champions.
Did you say them? Vuvuzela?
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia and Herzegovina. The other, I think, only player I know from them were Asmir Begovic.
Yeah. Brad, if you're watching, North Macedonia ranked 65th.
Oh, shame.
Yeah. Else, I don't think there's anybody that's particularly any bigger as we go further down. But I mean, I'm surprised that Greece and Romania are below Qatar. I really am.
Yeah, it's quite strange actually. Like I say, looking at some of the results they've had, not bad results at all. Not bad results in the slightest.
And we are ranked. England are ranked 5th still. God knows how.
How have we wangled that? Who've we paid for that?
I know. We probably haven't paid much. Kate says, I'm awful at predicting the championship, never mind trying to do a World Cup. If Daniel isn't competing against anyone, so he'll win for once. Oh, you were all right at the Premier League.
Yeah, you weren't too bad.
Did you win it by any chance?
Yeah, of course you bloody did.
I know, I'm trying to sort of pretend I'd forgotten.
Pretend you've forgotten.
Yeah. Look, we've got a Southampton fan with us. He's come here. I mean, he's only come in 50 minutes late, but you know what I mean? But this is Leicester Till I Die. We'll be bringing him in straight after this, as it is World Cup Watchalong. How are we all?
Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
All I've got to say is he's here, and the one question on everybody's lips is he going to be honest? Anthony, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm not too bad, Chris. And you all right, Dan?
Yeah, living the dream.
Living the dream. Yeah.
Now,
I thought I had to pop on and give him some stick with that. What the hell is that hat you got on there, Dan? Come on. What is it?
In fairness, Anthony, I have started just very, very quickly just giving pay, because obviously the two of us can afford one. Somebody can't. You've got to have a builder's hat. You've got a builder's hat. You must have a yellow hard hat or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
course
well,
he has.
I could do. Yeah, yeah. I did. He's
He's got that and a high vis.
And a high vis, yes, and a high vis.
Yeah.
And it's all in the second row down at the side of the bed.
But I don't want to. I don't want to put my high vis on. I don't want to put. Oh, as you know, coming from a builder's trade, somebody is drawn all over our high vises, pictures of certain genitalia, and I don't want to wear that. So it's like,
I've heard the rumours that you have to wear that at night. The good lady can't bear to see with the light on, so you have to turn the light off and put that on so she knows where you are.
She knows where. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's saying that they've drawn stuff on it, but really they didn't realise how to pronounce Anthony. Is it with the H? Is it without the H? So they just drew male genitalia on it on the name tag.
Sean says 15 minutes late is better than never. I used to say that to my wife, but she was always asleep, and I just had to pull a nappy.
How old was she?
Oh, it was our thing. Can I just say, Ant was into high vis. I was into nappies. What can I say?
Hi, James.
James
Come on,
says,
Chris.
hello.
Get in the other one of these. Come on, come join me.
Yeah, can I just say who came in with a pom pom and a pair of handcuffs that he says was his kids? Yes, now Or is it the fact that that's the only way you can get caged because you've got to tie it to the bed?
Better catch her first.
Even though I do not support England, I won't be able to watch. Even though I do not support England, I won't be able to watch the match. Well, it is on at work time.
Oh my God, Infantino's! I don't know. Is he giving a sing song or what?
Oh God, that's a very large. Oh God. I don't know. It's the way I tell them. There was a Qatari and a Saudi Arabian and an Ecuadorian walking to a bar.
He's like, hands, touching hands. Not in Qatar, you won't. You get arrested.
Hey. Apart from the game today, the only games I can be able to watch are the evening games, mainly due to working all day, Monday to Friday. James, I know. Thank God for the DWP. That's all I'm saying at the moment. Suddenly, after the World Cup, I'm fit. I want to look for work. What's going on? I would be that. Just in case anybody is watching, by the way, that is a joke. It's a joke, just in case the DWP are watching. I would not be surprised to see Qatar get in second place behind Netherlands. I would be, Jeff. I would be very surprised. Predictions for the game, Anthony.
You know what? I'm gonna go 2-1 Ecuador.
Yeah, okay. I'm going Ecuador, and I just can't think whether it's going to be 3, 4, 5. I think it could be. Dan with the hat. Dan Dingle.
Yeah, I could see it at the side of the screen now. I wondered what it were when you changed it, but I can see it at the side of my screen. So thanks for that.
Hey, anytime. It was the hat.
I don't know. 8 Ecuadorian Brab says 1-0 Qatar, or my personal choice is I think 2-0 Ecuador.
There we go. There you go. Finally got it working. So there's Chris, Anthony, and Dan Dingle in the house today.
Sorry, Chris, you tickled me with that one. Oh God.
I'm not going to change it back, and I'm just hoping that Dan remembers before he goes on to his next show. He'll come up with Dan Dingle.
Everybody's going to be calling that in the chat now. You do realise that is trending. Hey, Dan Dingle.
Yeah. Looks like I'm a couple of minutes ahead of you guys, but he says Qatar are already 2-0 up.
They're still doing the thing. I think I'm watching it on BBC iPlayer, so I might be behind you, Chris.
Yeah, you are on iPlayer. Dan is on iPlayer,
and Chris keeps conking out.
And Chris keeps conking out. Yeah.
Sorry?
Your internet keeps sticking again.
Does it? Oh,
Mm.
I know that. It's what I do over the computer. That's why the key.
And
Here we
again.
go. And again.
Because I'm playing with it. Is that all right?
Oh God! So stop playing with it.
I felt that one.
It's just watching Dan in that hat. It's just doing things to me.
You know what? It's not a lot of you. I'm changing it.
We got him.
Yeah.
Got him. Oh dear.
Actually, he could wear that hat tomorrow in the England watch-along, couldn't he?
Well, I mean, if it had been an England one, I would have said that's fine,
Yeah.
But anyway, I have it ready. I have the sound effect ready. It does go on longer than that, but we'll see who goes.
Right. You've got a choice. You've got the Terry Butcher.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
You've got Frank Butcher.
I thought
Your head's
John
upside
Hartson.
down.
The Butcher's son.
Yeah.
Or the fact that there's a World Cup near Christmas.
Oh, it's got to be the
Oh,
man,
Chris, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go for the John Hartson look.
No, you're all right.
No, I'm going for the Burnley look. I think he should have his Burnley hat on.
Look, this one's Burnley. This one says Merry Christmas, Clarets, and nice little.
Yeah. No. I
Tell
should
you what,
expect
man,
to
have
see
that one on. Leave
I
that
should
one
expect
on.
to see that out at Christmas, but I think if you're anything like mine, you'll be itching your head at 45 minutes.
Oh, I itch my head most of the time thinking, what am I doing? Why am I still here? What am I talking about?
Well,
All
you know
those
what,
things.
man? You should have had the Christmas sound. I came in from work on Friday, and my missus already put the Christmas tree up.
No,
Actually,
that's early.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, she's put the
If anyone's got a
Christmas tree
feet
up.
fetish, you've just been satisfied. Tell your missus that's that's wrong. That is
No,
wrong.
I know. But she don't listen to me, Chris. So I just let her carry on.
McDonald's Wi-Fi. What you don't know is I actually live above Aldi and I'm using their Wi-Fi at the moment. If I go out my back door, then I actually pick up Aldi's Wi-Fi rather than mine.
Yeah.
3-1 Ecuador, says Sean. 2-0 for Jeff. And Kate says, Daniel wants me to put mine up. Really? Up where?
I've even got the cushions. I've even got the cushions.
Well,
Gee.
I actually did. I thought I might actually buy a real Christmas tree. So I went to the farm that sells them near us, and I was looking at this Christmas tree, and he said that's a bit of a big one. He said, "You're going to put it up yourself?" I said, "No, I thought the lounge."
Yes. I knew there was a punchline to it. It's just when.
there always is.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's nearly Christmas. You wait till we do the playing the Christmas songs, eh?
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Yeah.
So, have I got your prediction? Yes, you went 2-1, didn't you, Ant?
Yeah, I went 2-1 to Ecuador. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here we go. All the fancy for the players. They've got like a fancy cloud effect as when the players come on. That's the BBC or presuming Qatari TV. Qatar there with the World Cup T-shirt on.
How are we with names, players' names, or partly for the stream? Are we going to be going to like player shirt numbers? Because I got to be honest with you,
we're not going to do a proper commentary, so we're just going to be talking about it as it goes through. But if you want to attempt at naming them,
no.
Oh, look, they're showing the VAR room.
Have they just gone to VAR room on yours, Chris?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I'm back to pitch, and they're about to.
Yeah, I'm at the pitch. The referee's got the ball in between his legs.
Oh,
should have two.
That's...
Must have done something wrong midweek.
You will. Either that or we bumped into Kate down at Costco or B&M.
Oh,
Oh, showing the Ecuadorian lineup.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
what they're doing for me now. Yeah.
did you know? It was back in Germany, which was the 2006 World Cup, and my brother he went over there, and it was England when they played Ecuador. England won 2-0, and he said he was there watching the game, and they were all amongst the Ecuador fans, and they were all laughing and joking through the game. They said we knew we weren't going to beat England. He said, but we come here to meet, obviously the English and have a good time and have a joke and a laugh. And my brother said, to be honest with you, what lovely fans they've got, the
Sorry,
Ecuadorians.
just got
He
to
said
interrupt there. Sorry, the Qatar manager is Dan.
Cheeky get.
But that's how it should be, Anthony, isn't it? They have
Yeah.
kicked off, by the way. They're not kicked off on mine yet, but they've kicked off on the screen.
Yeah, they haven't kicked off on mine yet. They're just sort of like
Just to remind
Having a
everybody
talking.
the rules, that if you like Jeff said earlier, if you are watching, do not, once it's on the screen, if it's on the the little thing in the middle, the graphic, that's fine because obviously we can see that. But no shouting out any information. It is an immediate kick out. No warnings. The warnings now. So if there are any spoilers, basically your arse is out. Let's all shout when we kick off so we all know how close we are to each other. So I've got to be honest with you, the graph is quite small. So. Sorry?
No, I was shouting because we've kicked off.
You've kicked off? Oh, you bastard. We've kicked off. Have you kicked off, Anthony?
just kicked off.
So, yeah, you're slightly ahead then, Daniel, Sam.
Yeah, only about 10 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
But when you're watching it, that 10 seconds, it drags out.
Especially if something happens in the game and you go, oh, and then all of a sudden you're like, right, this is the longest 10 seconds I'm waiting to see what's happened here.
Yeah. First free kick goes to Qatar, so they're in the books or something. Qatar playing in all red, and they are kicking from left to right, and all yellow is Ecuador, and obviously they're kicking from right to left.
Yeah. I'm quite surprised.
If you are watching the graphic, by the way, do not worry because they don't change that at half time. So whichever way they're kicking now, they're kicking both halves the same way. So let's see how this can go. Notice they've got Coca-Cola advertisements down the side. Not seen a Budweiser advert yet.
No.
Oh, there's a goal already. There's a goal already.
I'm wondering if it's going to come from this build-up because for me, I thought there's been two fouls.
Ecuador 1-0.
Well, it's not going to. It's going to come from a free kick. Prior to that, you'll see it in a second. Well, in about 4, 5, 6, probably about 4 seconds now. But did you see the two challenges ahead of the free kick?
I've just seen one go down now. They're not taking any prisoners, are they?
Oh, definitely not. But obviously, I'm sure we'll see the goal soon. I wonder who grabbed it. I wonder if it's Enner Valencia, the former West Ham man.
Oh. This is going to be, I think, a no holds barred. Well, that is what? That's not even 4 minutes into the game.
The fact that goal graphic is up for quite a while, I wonder if there's a VAR in it.
It's not always quick at moving on, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Neither am I. Still on grudges.
Yeah. James says it was Valencia.
Fair shout. Well, ball's being pumped into back post. Keeper's flapping. Good goal.
The goalkeeper came out for it, totally missed it. It's head tennis, overhead kick, and headed in. I mean, whether that was a good goal or bad defending, guys.
Personally, bad defending and mistake by the goalkeeper for coming out.
Yeah.
I always don't understand when a goalkeeper comes out. If you're going to come out, you need to get that ball. Either
That's
punch
what I
it
mean.
away
It says
or
on the
touch
graphic,
it.
though. It says on the graphic that video referee in progress. So,
Yeah.
Ah, yes, it does.
but I don't think there's a foul in there. There's nothing for me that sort of says it.
No.
Well, the goalkeeper went down, so goal
And he was nowhere near
cancelled.
offside.
The goal has been
What?
cancelled.
For what?
For what?
There was a shot. Valencia's
You had
hit it. He's not offside.
No.
He's not
you've got
offside
two
when he's hit
players.
the shot.
No.
That's a perfectly good goal.
Oh.
Offside, apparently.
There wasn't even an offside in the free kick.
No. Could this bite Ecuador in the backside for later on and throughout the game?
Wow. VAR drama prior to it. I mean, anybody in the chat, if they can explain to me where the offside was, because I'd love to know.
Yeah.
Because ahead of the free kick, the player was onside. I'm going to have to see it back. They're checking it now, so I'm sure we'll see replays of it. But not even 5 minutes into the World Cup, and we've got VAR controversy, Chris.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, yeah.
I just had a mate
and
message,
how long
Chris.
did it take to work it out? This is what I always say, is that if it takes that long, it's not clear and obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's clear and obvious, you should be able to pick it straight up. Because they're taking a hell of a long time.
It's not even showed any replay. It's just, unless they're going to show it again now, surely the BBC have rights to show it. Is this going to happen every time a goal gets scored against Qatar? Is this how it starts?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
There's no foul on the keeper there because the players come out and the players managed to get his head above the defender. So there's no foul. There's no offside. He's took a perfectly good shot. I don't understand. I don't understand how that's not been given. That is bullshit.
That player was not offside. The goal.
That is bullshit. There is no offside.
Valencia, but he was not offside.
Valencia's not offside. The guy who even hits it on the volley, he's not offside. When the ball's played into the box, the player that gets to it ahead of the keeper isn't infringing play because it's the keeper that's come out to get it away from the player who headed it. The player's got to it before the keeper, so he can't blow for a free kick to the keeper. That's going to stir the pot.
BBC
I'll tell you something now.
Up and they've said, we've just seen a replay. I guess they're saying Valencia was offside when the keeper flapped it the first time, but I'm not convinced.
But he's not interfering with play.
The next thing that they say is they've just got a great big that goes along. So, yeah, that is, I'm going to like that one. That's dodgy.
Yeah, very dodgy.
All we could see was Ecuador was robbed. And this could, this could bite them back in the backside later on for the game.
Yeah. I actually said at the start that no matter what Qatar do in this World Cup, it will all be with a thing of like, did they really deserve to win that? Or was that a sort of a dodgy free kick? There's always going to be that doubt over everything they do.
Yeah.
And it started already. I mean,
that's
the VAR was
pathetic.
Italian, I think.
We saw, didn't we, how many people were in that VAR room? Surely, out of all of them, not like one of them could have turned around and gone, "Can you tell me where the foul is? Can you tell me what's happened here?"
Yeah.
I mean, how is Enna Valencia is nowhere near?
Right, they're now saying, sorry, Doug, Dan. They're now saying Shalom Hafez, who's actually the BBC Sport at the Abat Stadium. Abat has been stunned into silence. It was looking like an absolute disastrous start for Qatar. But then the reprieve, as VAR rules, there was a foul on the goalkeeper. So they're now saying it's not offside, that there was a foul on the goalkeeper.
What foul on the goalkeeper? The players got there with the head before the keeper. The keeper's had to come towards the player to try and get to it. It's not like the player is backing into the keeper and up his arse and saying, right, that's it. What a fucking What a bag of shite. What a bag of shite.
Are you happy, Anthony?
No,
I'll tell you
no,
something, though. The
I
keeper
agree
saved
with
himself from
that.
about 50 lashes, hasn't
Yeah, I totally agree with that. There was nothing wrong with that goal. It wasn't offside. There was no foul on the goalkeeper. He made the. It's like what I said. He made the mistake for coming out because he couldn't claim the ball because he was flapping about. And what Ecuador scored a first goal. There's nothing wrong with it, and he's got disallowed. Is wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree. And let's be honest with you. I mean, had that been allowed, this would have probably been his last game because you can't really be a goalkeeper with no hands, can you?
No. Oh, go on. Oh, is that a foul as well, you penis?
Children,
I can't see one.
Children. That is a word that is used for genitalia. So we allow that.
That is on Anthony's name tag Monday to Friday.
On my eyelids. Well, it seems to say that way I'm a complete.
Dear. So, just anyway, everybody in the chat, what does everybody think? I've changed the layout again. The new layout has now been replaced by the new layout. What are people's thoughts on it? Just let us know.
Quite like it.
Sorry?
I quite like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm telling you now, every time Qatar concede, it'll go to VAR.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, we're already saying here, aren't we? I mean, let's say 5 minutes in, and we're already saying, what's going on. Now there's a free kick now. Now, will this be offside or will this be a foul? Or I'm surprised Ecuador actually got a free kick.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't blow off at penalty there to Ecuador. But then, yet again, they're wearing a yellow kit and not purple. So I suppose.
Yeah.
What an absolute.
This is VAR, the penalties for Qatar. What do you mean it was in their box? Yeah, they give them the penalty at the end.
Oh, they're still advertising Budweiser around the stadium.
Yeah, they are. I
Selling
can
it.
see it. Yeah.
I know, but it's money, isn't it?
Yeah.
It comes to something. I bet all the England fans in London thought, what? 12 quid a pint in Dubai? I'm going there, cheap as chips.
Yes. Have you seen? They've got an absolutely lovely fans village, with the hotel and everything. £175 a night.
Flipping heck.
I mean, that's not aimed at football fans, is it?
No, it's about making money out of the World Cup. That's all they're bothered about.
Bringing it in, yeah.
I want to know, like I say, I'm not expecting a legacy to be left from this because I say I've been to South Africa, like I said last night, Dan, but it will be interesting to see. I mean, these stadiums, you're not telling me that there's this many Qatari teams that are going to fill those stadiums week in, week out.
No, I said it to you as well other night about how much, Qatar have been paying their own residents to pretend to be Spain fans, England fans. It's coming home. It's coming home. Like, come on. There's a rhythm to it. We all know you've paid these blokes to just stand in and be filmed for TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crying out loud. Like, why can't you just have authenticity? Why does everything have to be basically... Well, yeah, true.
Can I just say a thank you to the 3 new subscribers today? I do appreciate it. I've got a 1522 now, so thank you very much to the new subscribers. And please, if you are new, do subscribe. And these guys' links are below as well, so be sure to go over and subscribe. If you like second tier football, Dan's your man.
I'll be saying the same thing to you next season if you carry on.
Hey, we're on the up, mate. We're on the up.
And if you want third tier football next season, look no further than above me. Bristol might be going.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, I'm a bit torn with that one because Nigel Pearson's there, so I am a little bit torn.
For how long?
Unfortunately,
they're
exactly for how long.
Oh my God! Wow. This is what they're saying for offside. But how was he off? Was he offside when the ball was played? I'm not being funny, but if that's picked up literally by that, then fair enough. But I thought that player has run. I thought the player had run into that position once the ball was already in play.
It's shown that graphic, but it doesn't show at what point the ball was released.
No, it doesn't.
No.
That's what I mean.
But wasn't there a player in front of them?
It took them long enough to bring that graphic up, though, hasn't it? Another 10 minutes before they managed to sort it all out and doctor it.
Yeah, but when that ball was played through, there was a player in front of them.
Everybody. sorry, Anthony.
When that ball was played through, there was a player. The defender was in front of the two that it come up on the graphic, but there was a defender in front of them. So I didn't get it.
No, I mean, I don't think any of us get it. You know what I mean? It's strange, but I think we're going to have to get used to this in this World Cup.
Oh,
I tell you what, I think VAR is going to make this game.
Will this be allowed? Will this be allowed?
Yeah.
And the first booking goes to the Qatari goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Oh, he takes his legs. He does from that angle anyway.
Was there another Ecuadorian player that was offside before then? Oh, he did. He wasn't late. He was catching the next bus.
He could have pulled his hands away. If he'd have pulled his hands away and Valencia would have gone down, they'd have got away with that. But he's literally gone to
chin.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, look. I mean, he's saying like, really, what? Like, yes, really, what? Because the ball had gone past you, and you're still trying to make a save. You know, I mean, whatever that goalkeeper does, I hope he never enters a spot the ball competition.
No. I'll tell you something now, though. Ecuadorian justice.
Jeff, you've just done it, haven't you? Oh, it's up in the mate. It's up in the chat. So
it was already on the thing.
No, sorry, Jeff. It's okay.
But yeah, Ecuadorian justice.
That's the last we'll see of that goalkeeper.
Yeah, exactly.
Good penalty.
Good penalty, yeah.
Does everybody realise that the Ecuadorians are only playing with 10 men? I don't think they brought a goalkeeper along today.
All right, he's gone for a picnic.
Yes.
Exactly, Chris. Justice.
Justice for the Ecuadorian 11. That's what we're saying. Free the Ecuadorian 11 now.
Exactly. We freed Deirdre Rashid. Now we're freeing the Ecuadorian 11.
Yeah. I sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. It wasn't a particularly hard penalty. Had the goalkeeper gone the right way, I don't know whether that would have gone in. It was very casual, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you just hit that. It's cool as you like, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Have that.
But I don't think it was a brilliant penalty. It wasn't a good height. It wasn't a good. There was no force behind it.
I'd have celebrated by going like that on my ear, going, "Oh, are we going? Are we checking where we're going with?"
Yeah.
Was that a goal?
Well done, Ecuador.
No, I agree with that, Chris. Totally agree. I need to see that thing back now. Now that they're trying to claim the offside, but I'm sure when the ball was played, there was 2 or 3 Ecuadorian players running towards their defenders, which, if the ball's already played at that point, is not offside.
I think.
Or Qatar doing that, Chris? My country, my rules. Is that how it is? You play football at Qatar.
Taking the ball home, and you're not playing with it.
I agree.
But I don't think they will end up showing. They'll just show that graph of those 2 players. They won't show everybody else.
I think BBC might show it at half time.
Yes. I have a
But yeah, I
feeling.
agree, Chris. I mean, I am partial to saying if it was offside, if I see it back and I analyse where the player was instead of looking at the free kick coming in. But for me, I firmly believe currently that he wasn't offside.
No,
it wasn't. I totally agree with Chris. It should be 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, Anthony, would you say? They can't really do this. I think because Qatar are so bad, if you like, and I'm not pulling punches there, that there's never any doubt that Ecuador were going to win. So what's the point of? Because if they're cheating on that one, you're going to say they're going to get another goal or 2 or 3 at some point in the game.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, it does seem like this game VAR obviously favoured Ecuador. You know, that's not favoured Ecuador, favoured Qatar, which is obvious. But it's like what I said. I think with these this Ecuador team, I think is in the minute what we're watching is totally a different class of football between the both of them. I mean, look, they're on the attack now. I mean, look, the header's just gone over the bar, sort of. But do you know what I'm saying? That's what they're poor in defence, they're poor in midfield, and they're poor in attack at the minute. So it's I think, to be honest with you, they will finish bottom of the group. I mean, they're not. I mean, who have you got in this group? You've got Qatar, Ecuador. Who else is in this group?
Netherlands and Senegal.
And Senegal. And Senegal is one of I favouring in this group. Obviously, Holland and Senegal. That's the 2 I'm favouring, the top 2 in this group. So, I mean, if Ecuador, obviously, it looks like at this minute of time, it looks like they most probably would get something out of this game, which that's what they need going into the next game, feeling a bit confident and a bit on a high. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
Jeff, is that English commentators, Jeff? Commentators on TV agreed it was offside. Is that are you watching like the BBC over there, or is it somebody I don't know? Obviously, who you get in the Philippines, what you can watch it on, but.
Playing that's all.
So 20 minutes gone, and we've had. I mean, this is what annoys me, because again, we've hardly spoken about football.
No.
You know, it's been VAR, and
I think, to be honest with you, Chris, I think this VAR is going to have some real bad, shocking decisions in this World Cup. Hence, we've just witnessed one of them. So, and I'll be honest with you, I think it'd be mostly, and I'm not being funny when I say this, I think it'd be mainly for the England games.
Tell you something now as well. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a Qatar player sent off in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they can keep up with the other nationalities, can they? I mean, you can see how fast Ecuador are trying to play the game quite pacer.
Did he actually even catch him there?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure on that first one.
The first one, I was like you a little bit. I was a bit sceptical, but from the second angle,
I think he just clipped him. I think there was contact, but it was minimum. It was a slight clip, and then
I think it was I think it's the intention to clip him, though, didn't it? More than anything, that.
Yeah.
Qatar Ecuador all over him.
Yeah, totally. And the man handling them as well. They're not, like you say, attempting to play football. They're almost just trying. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 players. Well, literally, they've got every player back defending Qatar at the moment.
History in the tournament, Chris. History in the tournament. I've just seen the Ecuadorian keeper touch the ball.
Hey! He's wearing orange so he can still be seen.
There he is.
But literally, Qatar had every single player back defending there. And it's almost like, my God, they got Jose Mourinho as manager.
Yeah, part the boss. Can we call him Qatar or Cat VAR from now on?
James has just won the award for stating the bleeding obvious. Sorry, Jay, but it's true. It's true. They are.
It is.
And Anthony's already got the award for the most used catchphrase of the night. I'm going to be honest with you. Anthony Kamara there.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? I actually looked earlier today, and when I actually go onto YouTube and obviously type in "Leicester Till I Die," you scroll down a bit, and it's like, there it is. There, yeah. Anthony Kamara. But the funny thing is,
it will never go away. It will never.
It never go away. No.
Once on social media, always on social media.
But
Wasn't there a footballer called Anthony McNamara or something like that as well?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna have to have a look. For some reason, it reminded me of that.
My missus watched it the first time today.
Did she?
Yes. And she was laughing. And she said, "Well, didn't you let them know your Wi-Fi was slow?" I went, "Yeah, the Wi-Fi was slow that day." But I said, you can't help it. But,
we knew that, but it wasn't going to stop us taking the piss out of you, mate.
Right, exactly, yeah. I enjoyed that, actually.
I did actually. Yeah, it was a good. And that, to be honest with you, that's part of it. Is having a laugh and a joke as as doing what you're doing. So at the moment, 66% possession to Ecuador, but they've only had one shot, which obviously has been on target, and that was the penalty, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It says here Qatar are playing a 5-3-2 formation. I'm not sure about that.
No, I don't think it don't look it anyway, because obviously from how their defense is playing.
Oof. I think you're right. I'm watching this, Dan. I don't think there's going to be 10 red players on the pitch at the end of the day.
No, it's cold-blooded. They just don't care.
Alex said, this is true, I like tactically organised and disciplined teams, not a fan at all of defenceless cavalier style of football. But this Qatar side literally do nothing but park the bus from second one of every game. Easily the most negative team I ever saw by a mile. I think he's pretty much summing it up there, don't you?
Definitely. Same again tomorrow against Iran.
Unfortunately, I'm just going to see if I can somehow share this. I won't be able to without losing the camera. So let me just talk amongst yourselves for a minute, gentlemen.
What's your prediction in this game,
Dan? We do. We love you, Blackburn. We do.
I went for 2-0 Ecuador. But it should already be that.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't count, though.
No, they don't count in Qatar and they don't count at Anfield.
No. It's like tomorrow's game, obviously England versus Iran. I don't think there's going to be many goals in that, to be honest with you. I think
I don't think there will either, because we're playing Iran.
No.
But then if we're having to play Iraq and Iran together, then who knows?
We still bloody win.
Well, no, because they'd have 22 players on the pitch, wouldn't they?
Well, we've got 11 centre backs, so don't worry about it.
That is very true, sir. That's a very good point that you're making. Right, quiz. It's time for a quiz question. I do feel we're coming up to half an hour played. Please, can anybody tell me which way Ecuador are kicking in this game? That is the heat map, and I think that actually includes Qatar warming up, which is the only way they got to that side of the pitch.
I'd say about that little shadow there, Chris, I think it's going to be a boy.
Yeah.
Nice one. But yeah, I think that sums it up, doesn't it? That completely and utterly sums up Ecuador's domination of the game. I mean, we're coming up to 30 minutes. Anthony, your thoughts on the game up so far?
Well, to be honest with you, I think Ecuador.
Yeah, don't be honest with us. Lie to us. Go on.
All right.
Make that a bit of a lifetime.
Ecuador's a better team. They're more faster. The possession on the ball as well, I think, is better than obviously Qatar's. They should be 2-0 up, as we know. And apart from that, I haven't got anything to say about Qatar because they haven't really done nothing.
No, Ecuador have just had a player booked, CDO. Dan, your thoughts on the game, and do you think that the fans were given? That wasn't a free kick. That wasn't a yellow card. Do you think the fans have been given the T-shirts to wear, or they've gone out and bought them with their good hard-earned money?
Oh, they've definitely been given them. They've definitely been given a bit of cash, probably free tickets, all just to get themselves in a group on TV doing Agadoo. I just think it's a bit weird.
Agadoo.
But hey ho, it's
take the tree. Agadoo.
But no, Anthony said it spot on. Anthony has said it spot on. It's Ecuador all over this. Qatar are having to. It's almost like you're telling a group of lads against former footballers, hit them early, let them know you're there. Except these hit them early, walk away thinking, oh, I've just hurt a professional footballer. It's a little bit strange, but
the BBC have just agreed with me. The referee's a bit quick on the draw. Ecuador's Casidio is booked for bringing down Miguel. That wasn't a yellow card.
A yellow card, no.
But he's probably thinking, shit, I've not given Ecuador a yellow card yet. I need to balance this up.
I've just looked at the graphic as well, Chris. It seems we have another Ecuadorian goal.
Do we?
Oh.
And I've just had a message from a mate saying, have you just seen that goal? What a finish. I'm not replying to him because it'll probably knock me off the stream, but I'm guessing it's a good one.
Well, it's not on the graphic yet. So
it's on the graphic. It says 2-0 at the bottom.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
I saw it come up and saying goal as well.
I'm watching it on 2. It's just come up on one of them on here.
The graphic you've got shared says 2-0 at the bottom.
Rothstein? Oh, yes.
I've just seen. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I've just seen it on the TV. That was a good header. Sorry, Dan. One graphic must be behind the other graphic. I've got a TV here. I've got my main computer here. I've got another computer here. I need a third eye.
Oh my God!
Well, get it out, Chris.
Well,
get it out, Chris.
On that, folks. Oh God!
I think we are seeing the whipping boys of the World Cup here.
We could be. We could be.
They're not. Oh,
I'll tell you what a ball though! What a ball!
I just say, Qatar have had a shot.
Cracker.
Yes.
Crikey, what's that?
Oh, from behind, he missed it. What a header!
Yeah.
There's a song I want to mention.
Just saying, somebody get on the end of this.
Yeah, it's one of them that the cross is made to look absolutely superb because of the finish at the end of it. But is it wrong to say about Qatar? Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 boom.
I think it is. I mean, you went 2-0. I think we might see a couple more goals on that. Can you see Qatar getting the goal that you've predicted, Anthony?
At this moment in time, Chris, no, not at this moment in time. No. And if it is, it most probably be like the last 5 minutes of the game. They managed to sponge their way through and score a goal. So
I have just seen the Qatari shot. I think they're going to have to ring the space station up and say, "Can we have our ball back, please?"
Yeah. Hasn't come down yet.
What a header!
Yeah, it's good. Good goal. And that cross as well.
Yeah, I bet the keeper is. It's just showing the highlight, and they're all on their knees celebrating. It shows the back of the keeper, and it says "sad one."
I had to look at that advert down the side that said BYJU. I had to look at that twice.
I mean, I know it's the first game in, like in obviously Ecuador 2-0 up, but could they be like dark horses in this in the table? Could they go through to the next round maybe? And we're all thinking this. I think we're in for a shock in this World Cup. It's going to be a bit of a shocker in this one.
I think
It's teams like this, though, isn't it? It's teams like this, Anthony and Chris, that sort of you expect probably a bit of a sleeping giant sort of thing. But when it comes to these tournaments in like the hot countries, teams like Ecuador, Cameroon, Senegal, Ghana, they just come out fighting.
Yeah.
But then again, when we're looking at this, you've got to say, okay, yeah, they are 2-0 up, but it is Qatar
They're playing Qatar.
Playing,
Yeah. But sometimes some people favours the own nation to go, like, obviously into the next round and maybe reaching the quarterfinals, depending on who the own nation is. But you can't see nothing here with these.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
No,
baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm not to believe there's been another yellow card. I mean, this is it's becoming a joke.
Yeah, it is. I thought that had gone out for a corner then.
3 yellow cards to Qatar, 1 to Ecuador.
Someone's going to get sent
That
off.
last yellow card, I don't know if you saw it. I mean, they were just both going up for the ball.
Yeah. Obviously, we're still waiting to see the Qatari yellow card yet. That's recently been given.
No, that was earlier. They got Qatar have got 3 now.
Yeah. So
did you not see them both going up for a header? And
I've just seen the yellow. I've just seen that third yellow. I tell you what, you can tell Enna Valencia's.
I think you're talking about a different yellow. That's a 4th yellow. Because I was talking about the last yellow when they both went up for the header. But that's
an horrible challenge. That
one, yes, that one was
number 12. Yeah.
You could tell Enna Valencia's got 2 and they don't want him to get an hat trick, although he would have had an hat trick. But
Yes, yeah. Now that one was a definite yellow card. The one before was definite. Well, to be honest with you, it was 2 players going, up to try and head
50-50
the ball.
battle, weren't it?
Yeah, that was. But I think this referee's a bit of a. I think we could see we're not going to end up with 10 versus 10, are we?
No.
In not including goalkeepers, guys.
No, definitely not.
The Ecuadorians are enjoying themselves.
They are, yeah.
If you can't beat this team, though, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, we're coming up. Oh God, I sound like Anthony, don't I? I've got to be honest with you. This Qatarian team, to be honest, they've been an embarrassment.
Yeah, they have.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
Games disappeared for Jeff. Never mind. Big up, Nippon's in. How you doing, Nippon?
Big Nips, how we doing?
Are we still away, Nippon? Yeah, as James said.
Yeah, I agree.
There he is. There's Dan. There's Dan, the Qatarian manager. Not looking very happy. Cheer up, Dan. Cheer up, Turf Moorhouse.
Oh, what can it be?
Valencia again with a goal. They fully deserve it. They do. Snapple, I actually favour Ecuador getting out the group with injuries in the Senegal team. I can't choose between Ecuador and Senegal, to be honest with you. Although I have got Senegal as my dark horses, which causes me two problems. Is A, will they get out the group? And B, if they do get out the group, they'll probably be facing England in the next round. So I may have gone for the wrong one. Maybe I should have gone for Dan's dark horse, France. Not so much a bloody dark horse as bloody red rum. Yeah, I mean that's like odds on. Shergar was less of a dark horse.
We've had 3 players pull out now, haven't they, France? Benzema was one of them.
Yeah.
The defender, what was that defender? I forgot his name.
What was that defender? Was he French?
Yes, he was French, Dan. He was in training. I think he got tackled in training or something, picked up an injury.
Is it not Pascal Kimpembe, is it?
No,
Kimpembe, I'm not sure.
No, it's someone else, but I think he's
They're getting free kicks for smiling at each other now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know whether it's just this ref or whether the refs have been taught. I mean, that was just, come on, it's a fucking contact sport. These days, football's like watching the bloody powder puff girls.
Yeah, France are now without Pogba, N'Golo Kante, and Karim Benzema. Then they're out, obviously, Christopher Nkunku.
Yeah.
Was removed as well.
That's him.
He's a striker, not a defender, but yeah.
James, we missed you so much. Welcome back.
You've missed a Qatari effort.
Qatar, they haven't even got their own celebrations. They pinched this probably off Iceland and just adapted it. And the bouncing up and down, who did that? There's another team did that before.
What, just like bounced up and down on the spot?
Yeah.
I was going to say they're probably trying to keep warm and the fact that it's a Winter World Cup, but, can't really use that in Qatar, can you?
No.
Snapple says I actually favour Ecuador. Oh, we've done that one, haven't we? Yeah.
You know what, Dan? I was expecting Chris to turn around and say, "Oh, did they get that off of Burnley?" That's what I was going to think.
Say that again, sorry.
I was expecting you to say, "Oh, didn't they copy that off of Burnley?"
No, because Burnley actually just turned their back on the team.
Oh, right.
When Burnley want to protest, the way the Burnley protest is they buy a ticket, give the club money, go in, but then don't watch the game.
Trust me, I watch the game. It's Man City that do that, isn't it? They turn around, all huddle each other and turn away from the pitch, and they all jump about.
I thought the national team did it.
I think it started. It's called the Poznan or something like that, and I think it started in Russia.
Yes, or the Czech Republic, something like that over there.
Yeah.
He's in. The man, the myth, the legend. Dougster's in. Dougster, how the devil are you, sir?
Good evening, Douglas.
Big up, Doug.
Obviously, Doug, as we now know, obviously the main reason for rebuilding Hadrian's Wall. 7, Dad. 7 to the Mexican away shirt. Just no. I'm scarred that you gave that 7. Especially when you ripped it to shreds in your show. You came onto mine and gave it 7. What is it?
One for tacos, one for nachos.
Player goes down, it looks like he's broken his leg.
Yeah.
That's what he's giving it for, Chris. 1 for tacos, 1 for nachos, 1 for enchiladas, 1 for guacamole. He's like, all these things that I like eating, I'll give him a mark for.
Yeah. Is that Valencia number 13?
Yeah, I think so.
Every time he goes down, he's holding his knee.
Is that Valencia, that? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, and a Valencia that were played at West Ham.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's. I think he's at Fenerbahce now. in Turkey.
I've just worked something out, gentlefolk. All those fans that are wearing those red T-shirts are in one area. Because to the right of them, they've got the headgear that they wear. So they're all actually just sat in one area, and they've got somebody at the front that is like conducting them, which I thought was illegal.
I just saw it. It was like trying to get them all.
Yeah. Because they used to do that before. Job. They used to have people that, like cheerleader type people, that would start the singing, and FIFA banned them. I'm going back to the 1950s with that. So, the FIFA doctor's on.
Yeah,
can I just give you a rectal check while I'm on? Melina,
can you cough for me, please, sir?
Melina is in. Good evening, Melina.
Melina.
Her of the team with the absolutely awful football strips.
Good evening, Miss Melina. Hope you're well.
Yeah, hope you're well. Good health to you as well.
Good health to you. Yeah.
Now, I did actually put all the teams for the World Cup shirts in order, and out of the 32, Canada were equal 27th with 6 points out of 40. I'm afraid, Melina. Sorry, Melina.
You win some, you lose some, but you've got Niagara Falls, and it's a beautiful place. So
I thought the Americans had that. Don't they claim it? Mexico, I have to say, Doug, Mexico came in 13th out of 32 with 19 points, and that's only because I had to give them -7 to cancel out the 7 that you gave them. Away shirt.
Yeah, you like that top, didn't you? I've seen that stream.
I still do not understand how the first. No. Nor could any of us. Nor could any of us at all.
Where have they got 5 minutes at a time from?
All the
it'll be the VAR thing at first, won't it?
Yeah.
But no, I agree, Melina. I totally agree with that. Like I say, I'm looking forward to seeing the actual highlights at half time to see what happens. Because like I say, when you're sort of watching the ball being whipped in more than the players positioning. So I do need to I want to check back, and I will go back on my word if it's spot on and they've got it right. But
I think
the fact that everybody's saying the same thing, aren't they? So
yeah. Canada going to beat Belgium? Yeah. I bet you've made a call to the Canadian coach saying, look, be like, because Belgium have got half the Leicester team and we want to buy them because, Arsenal are actually called Arsenal brackets Leicester B brackets. So don't injure any of the Leicester players that are playing for Belgium. I bet you've done that already.
Melina said there. Canada going to beat Belgium. Your tea's ready? All right, Xbox off. See you later.
Oh, Melina, that's awful. That is awful, Dan.
I jest.
But do you know what? There's a lot of people reckon that Canada's going to finish bottom of the group, but I don't think they will. I don't think they'll finish bottom. They got that. What's his name? Is it Dave Jonathan Dave up front?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
No, not Anthony David. Not Anthony David. What's he called? But
it's Jonathan. Isn't it?
You've got Jonathan David.
Yeah,
Jonathan David. That's it. Yeah, Jonathan David.
Yeah. I reckon I reckon they won't do too bad.
And Alphonso Davies as well, I think.
Alfonso, wasn't he in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I know the Fonz was in a different program. Hey.
The Fonz was in Happy Days.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, it was nothing like him. That's why I ignored it.
Yeah.
that was it. If you ever lose Will Smith in the snow, that's how you find him. You just follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh, God. Wow.
Chris was talking about a third eye earlier. You were talking about your third eye earlier. Is that where we see your Bel-Air?
No, I have got 3 years though. You know, I've got an ear on the back of my head. I've got 3 years, and I thought that would get me a part in the next Star Trek film. And they went, "Well, why do you feel so confident?" I said, "Well, I've got." No, no, forget it. I've got that up totally.
I love it when you say a joke and you cock it up.
I know. I've got an ear on the front of my head, and they said, "Why do you think you would be do a good part in Star Trek?" I said, "Well, I've got a right ear, a left ear, and a final front ear."
It would have been so much better, Chris. Would have been so much better if you'd have got it spot on first time.
Why the hell did I put my ear on the back of my head? Because that completely ended the thing. Gentlemen, it is half time. It is 2-0 to Ecuador. It's time to go and drop the kids off at the pool and get a snack. We will be back literally in 5 minutes. So thank everybody. We'll be coming back and talking VAR, and I'm sure a bit more VAR as well. Be back in 5.
LTID Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Well, we're back. I've just been watching it again, and I'm still not convinced about the offside. Dan, are you?
Nope. Not in the slightest. It's just showing it. It shows 3 players that aren't offside.
I mean,
how is he offside? The ball's already in play. You clamp it.
I thought at one point, and they keep going back to the guy that had, put the cross in. At one point, they showed Valencia's foot was maybe offside, but at that point, they had not taken the. They had taken the free. I just don't get it.
I don't get it. It's an absolute farce. I don't understand how they can say that goal is offside.
No, not at all. I do not understand it. But at the end of the day, they're still 2-0 down, so it was justified. Chris Kamara's back. Not sure what he's doing. Got a great shot up Anthony's nose.
Oh, that was quick.
Hell, it's sounding like Chris Kamara now as well with speech impediment.
Oh, God.
Go on, spit it out. Don't swallow. Whatever you do, so don't swallow.
Oh.
I think you pressed your camera on too soon.
Maybe, yeah. I heard you starting. I thought, bloody hell, that was quick. I was eating a packet of crisps. And she's...
Oh dear. Welcome back. Have you seen the replay of the offside?
No, I haven't checked the. To be honest with you, whether you've checked it or not, Chris, it's not offside, is it? Let's be honest. No. It's not. It's not at all.
I just don't know what they were they embarrassed that it was so early and Qatar had conceded, or?
Well,
I don't know. It's a strange one because that goal it's just shown. To be honest with you, I thought there was more controversy with that one because he sort of went from offside to coming back onside before the shot. Yeah. So I can understand if that one got pulled back, but the first one I saw no problem. I saw no foul. I saw no offside. It's just a strange matter of the fact that it's the first 5 minutes. Is it more out of we'll have to disallow it out of respect? It's not fair. It's not fair.
Can I just say, I am holding my own anti-Qatar World Cup protest here. That I'm eating Skittles, which is taste the rainbow, of course, and we all know what Qatar think about rainbows. So, Anthony, welcome back. Just give a shout out where people can find you, sir.
Yeah, people can find me on Football United TV, which I host a show on there called Gunners for More Corners, which we do every Friday night at 9 o'clock. But we won't be doing any now because of the World Cup, so it'll be after the World Cup comes back when the Premier League starts. So,
indeed, which team is that you're going to be talking about? Or is that all of your teams?
Man United, Arsenal, Southampton, Bristol City, Liverpool. I don't know. I might talk about Burnley. You never know.
If you've got nothing else to talk about, and talking
different
about
tinge of red, Anthony.
I know.
I see. We've got to get a red away shirt to be spoken about. That's what it is. Dan the man, Dan Dingle. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Turf Morehouse on all social media platforms. We will be, as I say, a plethora of channels will be covering the World Cup. But if you can show your support to myself and Chris, it'd be absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, at Turf Morehouse is where it's at for the World Cup stuff.
Yeah, it is. Like you say, everybody's doing it. You're going to have a wide choice of who you want to do. 10:30 tonight on BBC One, How to Win the World Cup. And I guess the answer to that, I can do that program in 2 minutes. Have a large bank balance. Dear. And there's a lot of. I love that they have like a podcast, and there's like Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, and who's the Man City defender that they have on?
Micah Richards.
Micah Richards, yeah. And they're doing this conversation, and they're talking about this player. And Gary Lineker leans forward because they're talking about old World Cups. He leans forward and he says, like, John Smith, if you're watching this now, and
we're about Carlos Alberto, weren't it? He said something about 22-year-old Micah Richards. He said he's going to be like,
he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Then you see Shearer on his arse crying with laughter.
Yes. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Right. If you want to object to Qatar, go and buy some Skittles. Because they say they don't like the rainbow. They don't like it up them. That's what they don't like. They don't like it up them. Second half, are we going to see a Qatarian comeback, Anthony?
No chance. Absolutely no chance. Qatar is. I got to be honest with you. I don't think they haven't got it in them. I'm not talking about this game. I'm talking about the other two. So to me, they're going to finish bottom of the league.
Dan, how many substitutes do you know, or do you know how many substitutes are allowed?
You'd like to think it's probably 5, similar to the way football's gone these days, but I'm not entirely sure. But if you were asking me the same question as well as Anthony of is there a Qatari comeback, I suppose it depends on the right price, doesn't it? This
is true. This is absolutely true. Wonder how many. What was it? A World Cup match? I believe it was, where one of Middle Eastern team, the ruler was in the crowd, or the head of the football, and he went down to the pitch and took the team off.
Wow.
He didn't agree with one of the decisions, and he went down and pulled all the team off. I can't remember who it was. I'm sure somebody in the chat will remind me. But
Marinakis at Forest, were it?
I'm sure somebody will tell me. But looking at that, Ecuador, they came, like we said earlier, 4th place in the CONMEBOL area, which is obviously South America. 4th place, sorry. The best they've ever done is only they've got through to the round of 16 in 2006, and they didn't make it to the Russian one. They failed to qualify for that.
Christ.
But and they actually qualified. Ecuador. I've lost them now. They actually only qualified on the 24th of March, which is 5 days between the best day in the whole year, which is, of course, the 29th of March, which happens to be somebody's birthday here.
Oh, yeah, yours, yeah.
Slowly with you guys, commentary deteriorated and then the TV went black. Still not rectified. Pay your license, Jeff. Do you have licenses in Philippines? I don't know what you have to do down there. I'm saying pay your license like you're from East Streatham or something. But
do they not just give you a Samsung for to test out, just to see if it's worthy putting on the market?
Yeah, well, they make them out there, don't they? That's the thing. Quickly run through. Anthony, you were in earlier when I asked this. Who's your team that you think will win and your dark horses?
The team I think will win, I'm going to say... I'll say Brazil. I was going to pick Argentina, but I'll most probably go for Brazil on this one. The dark horses on this one, who I feel that I'd most probably go for... I'm going to say Uruguay.
I was dreading you were going to say Uruguay.
I am going to say Uruguay. I
hate Uruguay. Well, that's the royal we. I should say that is the royal we.
Yeah, but I'll say Uruguay is my dark horses and Brazil to win it.
Oh, I'm not Uruguay, please.
See, I don't. This is what I don't get. I was watching not slating anybody or anyone like that, but I've been watching these obviously streams. I'm going to name names right, and they predicted.
Where are you going with this, Anthony?
No, I'm not. What I'm gonna say is, with us regarding England, they go. I don't know why, but they say, England to be out of either the round of 16 or England to be out of the quarterfinals. And then when they finish their stream, they go, "Come on, England, let's win it." And I'm thinking, "Hang on, you predict them to go out of the quarterfinals." So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know if anybody has noticed that, but I've noticed on a couple.
I mean, I think we'll struggle to get past the round of 16, but
yeah,
I would love us to win it, obviously.
Yeah.
Now we know who Dan's dark horses are. They're one of the favourites, so there's not really a dark horse as such. Is there a match you're looking forward to, Dan, in this first round of group matches?
I'd say, in fact, is it Belgium? Is it Belgium Serbia in this first round of?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'll have to have a look at the first round of matches, but I'm sure. I think that would be quite a good one. And have a look now.
I think in our group, I'm looking forward more to the USA versus Wales. I think that'd be better than the England and Iran game. To be honest with you,
More evenly matched, possibly.
Yeah.
The match I'm looking forward to is Uruguay Ghana. I'm not going to lie. But can I just say, I've actually, let me just get this up, and then I've actually found the stream that Anthony was actually talking about. Here we go.
Yes. I'm nearly there.
It's either that or that was Dan doing the hot chip challenge. I'm not sure which.
well, actually,
it's Brazil, Serbia,
that.
Chris.
The dog put her head up, and she's going.
I've heard this before.
Stop calling your wife a dog on the channel.
Oh, sorry, Zed.
Dog's turning head because it's heard that noise before plenty of times.
Oh,
But it was Brazil, Serbia, Chris. Brazil, Serbia is the one that I'm looking forward to.
I'm really looking forward to Uruguay, Ghana. I think I'm covering that one actually.
It's Portugal, Ghana in it, the first game.
No, sorry, but Uruguay, Ghana is the one I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to the final then if we're going down that route.
I did say the first group matches.
Yeah, the first
of the group.
Yeah, the first game of the group matches is Portugal, Ghana, isn't it?
I meant any of the first round of games from the group. Sorry, is what I meant.
It's all right. You do a Qatar. You change the rules 2 minutes before we start. Don't worry about it.
My channel, and I'll do what I want. Fuck off. I'll just sit here and eat me Skittles.
Why not?
Yeah. Suck on a Skittle. That's what I say. So
True. We are back underway.
Yeah. Have you only just kicked off, Dan?
No, I'm on 46.28.
Yeah, you're about 10 seconds ahead.
I'm on 46.25.
Yeah, I'm on about the same as you, Anthony. So Ecuador coming forward again. Who knew?
The shock.
So Ecuador again in all yellow, kicking from left to right in this second half. Qatar, if you are interested, you'll be able to find their players. They'll all be in defence. They're playing all red and allegedly playing from the right goal line to the halfway line.
What would you say their kit colour is? Is it purple? Is it maroon?
I think it's.
I would say it's more of a marine. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's red because I'm not supporting them. So it's,
You know what, Anthony? Well played. Well played.
Boom, get in there. Well said, Anthony.
get in there quick.
I think the easy thing to do is to describe it as red. It's the same colour as the flag, which I think is a sort of a maroony colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look closely, the kit is actually a different colour to what the BBC have got as Qatar in the top left. So
I would say the way they've got Qatar in the top left, it's almost like the colour they use for the Qatari Airways.
Qatari Airways have got their own single out for the World Cup.
Have they?
As indeed have Coca-Cola.
Wow.
They're not milking this, the Qatarisans, at all, are they?
Definitely not.
Qatari attempt to make a forward pass and it goes out.
I think you're going to see a lot of this from the Qatarians. They're going to be making pointless. They're going to be attacking more, but it's not going to come to anything. You know what I mean?
No.
It's that final third of the pitch. You know, balls are just going to be pinging here everywhere. So,
well, that's painful. If you're going to do that, Anthony, then please don't turn your camera off. I mean, remember this show is going out in the afternoon.
yes. It's like, isn't it? 5:15.
I know where the day's going.
And I went downstairs during that 5 minutes, and Esme said to me, she said, "Dad, is it tea time?" I said, "Tea time? It's way past it. Have you seen how dark it is outside?" I said, "It's bedtime. You're having now. Come on, up to bed."
Oh,
that's
She's like, ha, ha.
Is that the child you use the handcuffs on?
No.
So if
She's not too
it
bad.
is, she's looking to be let out the basement, really, isn't she?
It's usually Kate that wears these.
He's getting them up. I can see he's searching for them. Where he's got them down the front of his trousers, I don't know.
There we go. I walk around the house twiddling it around my fingers all the time, just sending them like nunchucks. Wow.
Yeah. Trouble is, though, Chris, he won't show the pink fluffy ones he got on stream, would he?
No. Well, they are the pink fluffy ones. He's just taken the pink fluffy bit off.
Yeah, I took the fluffy bit off. Sorry, guys. Sorry to disappoint.
It was funny when I went round to my mate's house once when I lived in Burnley. He lived at Symonston, just outside of Padiham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Burnley are coming away. Burnley. I'm saying Ecuador. I think Burnley could beat this lot, to be honest with you, in red. But no, I went to his house one night and he was there with.
Yeah, your internet's gone again,
like
Chris.
Anthony is there and he puts his hand like that.
Yeah.
You know, and you just rest it on the back of the sofa. Well, it went behind the cushion because there's a gap between the cushion and the actual back of the sofa. Oh, what's this? I put one out. It was a cane. Teacher's cane.
Oh, God.
I learned a lot that night. But that's what they're like in Lancashire, you see. They're all a bit kinky.
Oh, are they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, blimey. I call my bed the Dead Sea because nothing goes on.
What, and after an Arsenal defeat, it's full of salt?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. The closest I got winning, if Arsenal wins the league, the only thing erotic that goes into my household, it'd be probably be jumping, throwing the missus on the bed in Hoover where she was standing. That'd most probably be the erotic thing. That'd be.
She'll still tell you no, except this time she'll say, "I've not got an headache," but it's still a no.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are watching Leicester Till I Die.
That guy that went to the hospital with the Hoover up, the thing on the Hoover stuck up his arse. And she said, how did that get up there? He said, well, I was hoovering naked and I thought I'd shove it up my arse. Mind you, he said, you should have seen the look on Henry's face.
Oh.
And he'd only just come out the closet.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Gary Delaney, for that, by the way. I can't claim that. Thank you to Gary Delaney. One of the best one-line comedians out there.
I prefer his stuff to Tim Vine, to be fair.
Not seen Tim Vine for a while. I like them both. I love them both. And Milton Jones. He's probably my favourite, but
Tim Vine reminds me a little bit sort of like Harry Hill. It's almost like a little bit kiddie commentary, like comedy sometimes.
Yeah. When he does his singing or his dancing.
Yeah.
What's happened to the one you're having on, Chris? Is it Stan?
Stan Boardman. Unfortunately, the gentleman that I had coming on with him, and I've forgotten his name. Oh, God, what's his name? It is. He was drunk the other night on my show. I'll get back to you in a second. Do stay.
Narrow it down to who hasn't been on your show drunk, Chris.
It's the only way I can get people on. Where are we? What's he? Elton Wellesby, who obviously I know from on here. He does my shows. The Des Lynam of his day. A lovely guy. He wasn't so well and he had a hot toddy, but apparently it developed into COVID. So we're kind of letting him get better before. So I was hoping to have him on this week, funnily enough, leading up to the World Cup. But I do need to get him on before the Germans are on the TV.
Yeah. Especially when he said that joke went on the Desert Corner show. It was like...
It kind of ruined his career, but allegedly he told Des said, oh, can you do your German thing? And he said, how far do you want me to go? And he went, well, it's up to you. But, I mean, and he said, like, once he started, everybody, the audience were just absolutely in hysterics. So he just carried on.
Yeah,
that's the one about the planes, isn't it? The EFA planes, let's just say.
Yeah. It's what it was. That's a Yeah, I think he was the first one on the show that night, if I can remember. And I think Desert Colour was on. Was it 8 o'clock on Wednesday nights or something like that? Because my dad used to watch it. I remember my mum and dad used to watch the Desert Colour show.
See, I'm too young for that. I remember the early morning show, Des and Mel.
Oh,
I was in work. I don't know. I was always at work then, and I cannot stand daytime television. I hate it. Even if I got a day off, to use up from the holidays, I cannot stand watching TV in the daytime. I just hate it.
See, I had you down as an avid Jeremy Kyle fan.
No, I cannot stand the bloke.
I went to see that recorded live.
I can't stand the bloke, Jeremy Kyle. No, I cannot stand him. He gives all this DNA testing, all this and that, and whatever. He was the one. He had an affair behind his wife's back with the child's
Hang on here. Let's be careful where we're going with these. Let's get back onto football.
Yeah.
I haven't got very good solicitors.
No, but what I'm saying is he contradicts himself, Chris, and and I'll leave it at that.
Right. Okay. Possession wise, who says getting back to the game? 50% each now.
Wow.
It is. It's come up. Yeah, it's come up here. But I think it's a bit shocking that I don't know whether they got that right or not because
I've just seen Ecuador with the ball.
yeah, technically.
I know. Where's that? 5 shots to Ecuador, 2 to Qatar. I've got to be honest with you. I don't know if I've got to again sound like Anthony. I don't think we will see another Ecuadorian goal. I think they're going to just kind of sit back and go 2-0 up. We're happy.
Yeah, there's times where a team comes out and does well, score 2 goals, most probably within the last 20 minutes or so. That's when they decide to sit back, bring on fresh legs, more defensive players.
That's a booking. How's he not been booked for that?
Yeah. We are going to see a sending off in this game, definitely.
The thing is, I say we are, but it wouldn't surprise me if the referee's like, right, I've given you a yellow, that's it. If I give you any more, I'm going to have repercussions on my refereeing career.
That was that. I mean, if those things that he gave yellows for in the first half, that was a yellow.
Oh, Stonewall, that one.
They committed 10 fouls each.
What, was that in the first 5 minutes of the game?
Dion Dublin's just said Ecuador showing their quality now, choosing the time to go through going through the thirds. This is game management. Yeah, possibly they are. I mean, let's I don't know how we can. Let's not forget how hot it is out there. So they're probably saying, well, we're 2-0 up. We don't need to exert, too much. Let's just take it easy.
Yeah.
That was a bad ball up, though.
Yeah, that was a bad ball. But you can see with the Ecuadorians, they're just there. They're just enjoying it, passing it all around. They're not making runs or move. They're not tiring themselves out, knackering themselves out. I think you'll see another goal, a goal by Ecuador towards the end of the game, maybe.
Or just kill the game off.
One to Qatar.
Yeah.
Can you see that happening, Anthony?
No, I don't get me wrong. They're trying, and you can tell they're trying in this half. But I just can't. It's that final third of the pitch. They're not doing nothing with it. So that's their downfall. If they want to get back into this game, they've got to score a goal. I'll say any time from now, between now and the 65th minute.
Thank you, Michael Owen. Yeah, no, I can't see them. But what's annoying me, excuse me, and I'm getting fed up with it now. Like I say, literally, almost every single foul, Ecuador are just going down and having to get the. What do they feed them in bloody Ecuador?
To be fair though, Chris, you got to look at it and think how much they've ran ragged, playing one-touch football, trying to get forward.
Yeah,
they've had a lot of the ball. So, if anything, would that have been Qatar's game plan, where they, let the opposition run at them? If we can keep the scoreline, fathomable, then maybe we can, get into it. But, Ecuador are going to be blown out their arse. And I think that's why we're starting to see in this second half, a bit more of the ball for Qatar.
All I will say is, if I was the Ecuadorian physio, I would want to be paid every time I went onto the pitch, because I'd have a fortune by now. Dukster's back. I like Dukester. How are you? Welcome back. You doing your Christmas shopping? Come back, got the football on. Oh, a header.
Ooh, header.
A header there, Qatar. Oh, Dan's back.
Who?
Dan. Just saw you on the screen.
Bloody hell. Keep wondering who you're on about.
It just clicked then. He's the manager. Yeah. Oh,
All it needs is a Chris. Is one of those hats on.
So what you're saying is, anybody with no hair, you're just going to call them Dan? Is that what you're going to do?
Basically, yes. Bald head and a beard. It's Dan.
Oh God.
Anybody with an upside down head.
Exactly.
There's me thinking, oh, ginger jokes will go if it's gone. How wrong I was.
Well, that's back now after Infantino was saying, you can't, he suffered abuse because he was he felt race. There was racist comments because he had ginger hair.
Just typical, isn't it?
But we're all ginger. You said yesterday, Daniel.
We are neutrally in the womb. We are all ginger. We all start out ginger or auburn ginger, however you want to look at it. Red hair is the natural colour before it changes due to the X and Y gene.
Do you think that is why babies are inside for 9 months, because they're not going to come out till they decided what colour they're going to be?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why babies grow. They've got, they have to get thick skinned before they come out.
I know what that means. I know what that means. I can remember I used to get specks of it in my stubble. If I grew a beard, I used to get bits of ginger in my beard.
Well, you shouldn't have been eating it. And obviously have better beard management.
Saying that, I did do the challenge
all that
once.
carrot and swede mash that were dripping down his chin into his bib.
Doug says Qatar are awful. I'm looking forward to joining you tomorrow, Chris. Hey, look, Wales can't be this bad, can they, Doug? Wales can't be this bad. Look forward to seeing you on. Look forward to seeing you on. I will think of you when you're at work and I'm at home watching England, Iran.
Yeah. That's a point. Who's Doug got in the quiz next, Chris?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Is the answer to that? I was going to actually do a draw for the, but then I decided no, we'll just have it as a sort of you play the one next to you sort of thing,
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
And also, he was good, Doug. He's a good guy on quizzes. I've seen him on a few quizzes. He's won a few of them as well. So
he's good on quizzes. He's not so good on Mexican away shirts at the World Cup. That is his failure.
And what's that player?
Oh, I know he plays for Sassuolo, the team that he plays for. Oh yes, no, the player. Obviously, yes. Foot leg boat. That's the one.
Leg boat.
Yes. The lesser known cousin of Tony Cruz. Hi, Doug. So, look, 65 minutes gone. I'm going to be honest with you, and you can probably tell by the way the conversation. A pretty boring game. Doug, no, the next quiz is Simon versus Craig, because that's the last round of 16. But that's not that's not in the next round, if you like. That's still in the same round. In the same round. That was very posh, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I went all Kensington then. Playing the next round. Disappointed for Qatar, but they just ain't good enough. They're not. No, and I thought you were very optimistic, Jeff. Obviously, you've got your allegiances. I understand that. But I just think, yeah. I think they just wanted to hold on and just see how long they could keep it to 0-0. But I just, God, sum it up, sum this second half up, because to be totally honest with you, it's boring the balls off me at the moment.
Yeah, it is. To be honest with you.
I did say Dan, didn't I? But no, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, Dan. No, God, I was just.
No, please. No, you started. Sorry, I don't know if I said Dan or not. Do carry on.
I didn't hear you say my name, to be fair.
No,
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead,
just saying.
Anthony.
I just saying it is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Qatar is trying to get into the game. You can see that, but it's just gradually and slowly. It's just the pace and the tempo of the game is gone down in this half. I think Ecuador know they've won this game already. To be honest with you, this is the reason why we're not seeing good quality football and fast passing and getting into the box. He's just going to quieten down now. It is 2-0. It should be 3. So I will say we've seen 3 goals, obviously one being disallowed. But apart from that, I'm not going to say it's been boring all the way through. I'm not going to say that at all. There's been moments of the game. We've had good spells, moments of the game, and one wrong bad decision. So that's it.
I mean, Dan, are we going to see a lot of this because of the heat? I mean, England are playing, UK time, 1 o'clock tomorrow, which I'm sure sort of quite early over in Qatar. But if this is going to be the World Cup, the way it goes is that everybody's knackered for the second half. It's not going to be a very exciting World Cup.
No, it's not. And I know you've mentioned it a few times, that the stadiums are air conditioned, but air conditioned or not, I mean, look at this game. I'd say Ecuador have done really well. They're playing fast paced, probably used to the heat, similar to Qatar. But if we're seeing two teams that are used to heat blowing out their arse in a second 45, doesn't give other teams hope for keeping up momentum.
Apparently, Brighton, though, have got 3 players on playing for Ecuador, so they won't be used to the heat, will they?
Definitely not.
Again, according to Shannon Hayfair's BBC Sport correspondent at the Al Bayt Stadium, the fans that left at half time haven't returned. The stadium is half empty now, and we've still got half an hour to play. I mean, it just wonders whether there's again, like you said, were the tickets free come in, we expect it to be there for 45 minutes.
Yeah, there could be a bit of that, or it's fans that thought, sod it, I've spent 45 minutes chanting, I've been paid for that, I'll go and put it back into the country bar, getting me Budweiser outside the stadium.
Doug says, what was everybody's predictions? Anthony, I think you went 2-1, didn't you, to Ecuador?
I did, yeah.
Dan's got it on spot on because Dan went 2-0 to Ecuador. First time he's got a prediction right on a live show in his life.
There's still time yet.
And Kate wasn't even there whispering him the answer. And I went 3-4 or 5-0 because I just thought it was going to be like that way. And it hasn't happened in this, although it should be 3 in fairness.
It should, yeah.
It's 4 p.m. in Qatar, so yeah, maybe we will have missed the heat of the midday sun, as they say. But then again, that was only expecting them to go out because they're out there with the mad dogs, aren't they?
Yeah.
James says you can tell the gulf in quality between the two sides during this game. Ecuador have been very comfortable today. They have, and like this guy from the BBC said, it's game management. It is. They've got good game management. Crowd gone for a beer or two. Yeah, right. So it's coming up 70 minutes, 20 minutes left to play, everybody. His captain armband is being given to the goalkeeper for Qatar. So he's got a reprieve from giving the penalty away.
Muntari sounds a bit sort of more African than
Muntari. Whoa, 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 whoa. Muntari. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Valeri, that was Valeri. Watching Qatar tonight is like watching Everton. No quality in that side whatsoever.
Thanks for the money for James Tarkowski and Dwight McNeil.
Yeah. Do what I have? Oh, come on. No? I don't know whether that was a foul or not. I tell you what I have noticed, there has not been a drinks break.
No,
good point. Good point. Now you've mentioned it, yeah.
Now, whether they've obviously been getting drinks where that was a delayed reaction from the Ecuadorian player there. Yeah, whether they've been getting drinks when I presume there's been like just a lot of Ecuadorian fans there, but yeah. Yeah, you're getting drinks when it's like been injuries and what have you, but I'd have thought they'd have been having official drinks breaks. But I guess if the stadiums are
I think the roof's closed now as well.
All right, so if it's air conditioned, I guess they don't need to. Yeah, it is shut, right? You're right.
Yeah.
It looked it then from that camera shot, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Does Wembley have a retractable roof?
No, you're thinking of Wimbledon.
Well, there is a football stadium. Is it not Millennium Stadium that's got a retractable roof?
I think it's the Millennium Stadium, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, see, I know there is a football stadium with a... Yeah, he was a player. He was a decent player, Sully Montari. Like I say, you know, the name Montari sounds like Ghanaian or something like that. It sounds African. So to see a Montari playing for Qatar, I mean, it must have like dual nationality or something.
There was one. I think he played for. I think this. I might be wrong. It may have been Senegal.
I think that Montari that would have played for Portsmouth actually did live at Sandbanks at Poole.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. He was on the TV because he had one of the houses in the middle, so he didn't have like the posh sea views or anything. But I could be wrong. Probably am. You know me. I just talk a load of BS.
To be fair, I have just had a look. That Mohamed Montari, he is Ghanaian / Qatari. So
that's a mixture, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a Ghanaian-born, naturalised Qatari footballer who plays for Al Dahal as a striker. So it says Montari was naturalised, or naturalised, however they want to pronounce it. But I don't know what that means. Does that mean he's lived in the country for so long, or?
I think it just means that you are then you are like if you're naturalised as an English passport holder, you get the passport, and you're then, you know, seen as a resident.
Yeah, it says here he was born and raised in Ghana, but early in his career moved to Qatar and became a naturalised citizen.
I think if I was born in Ghana, I would probably have at the choice of the two. I'd probably choose. Oh look! Surprise, surprise! We've got an Ecuador player down holding his knee. Who knew? Who knew?
It's Montari, not Montari. It's Enna Valencia again.
Of course it is. Yeah. Of course it is. He's probably found the sprinkler. Give me some colonic irrigation while I'm here. I remember a few summers ago, I tried to I wanted to go my own business. And I thought I tried to open a colonical irrigation clinic, but I was hit by the hosepipe ban.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that was a bum joke. Yeah, should have, Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a joke. It actually happened. So there's quite a few.
Yeah. 2-0 should be 3. I'm claiming the moral victory because I said 3-0.
I have to laugh sometimes when it's coming up the score at the bottom just to remind you that it's 2-0, and it comes up with a sponsor, High Sense. Not like the people that give this World Cup to Qatar. No sense.
Hey.
Thank you.
Oh, he's pulled it back. I thought Ecuador were in for a third then.
I'm surprised at how many Ecuadorian fans are in the stadium.
There's a lot, isn't there?
Yeah.
That you're yeah.
Oh, somebody else is going in the book. Was that another Qatari?
I must be.
It is. Oh, yeah, he's a little bit late into that challenge.
As if. His name's As If.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say if. That was what I was going to say, but
Honestly, Ref, look at my name. As if I could. They are a very dirty side, Qatar.
They are.
Yeah.
Dirty tactics, dirty money.
Just dirty.
Oh, just dirty. Oh, filth. Absolute filth. Don't choke on your drink this time, Chris. Don't choke on your drink this time.
I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. Oh, I'm nearly there. Yes, sir. Just a bit further.
Yes.
Where are you getting all these from?
Sorry?
Where are you getting all these from?
You're right, Brad.
It sounds like 70s, you know what?
No, it was in fairness, it is from a 70s song, but I've told the story many times.
Oh, it's been pulled back for offside anyway.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of I'd be a bit worried if I was sat behind one of the goals that I'm going to get knocked out by one of the shots, but that was tight. That was another tight call.
They'll be saying that there's too much aircon going into the stadium, that when they shoot, it's sending the ball in the opposite direction.
Oh, they'll come up with some excuse, won't they?
Oh yeah, there'll be something, won't they?
Yeah. For those of you that missed the quiz the other day, I've got to say well done to Northern Ireland. They came out on top in the Home Nations quiz. 19, Wales 16, Scotland 13, and England, well, it was Craig, what can I say, 11.
Oh, yes, yeah, I know, yeah. Blimey.
There we go. Please subscribe to everybody's channel if you can. Actually, what I need you to do, Anthony, if you would be so kind, is after the game, if you can send me the link in a Twitter message that I need to put up for you.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, look what I've just found here, Dan.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
I know I am.
You know what? That was good. That was a good game as well. That
it was.
Yeah,
it was a excellent.
I think
game.
you were there, weren't you, Dan? You went to the game, didn't you?
From what I remember of it, it was a good game. Yeah.
Nate is in. Good morning, good evening, everybody. How are you, Nate? Welcome along. I know, Doug, it's like a 70s porn film, isn't it? Ecuador are enjoying going down a lot. They have, I tell you, and every time they go down, they're holding the knee. Like I said, that if he's on a bonus for every time he gets on the pitch, the Ecuadorian physio, he will be able to retire tonight. 10 minutes to go. This is just going to peter out, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, you'd think so. You would think so. Both teams aren't really bothered about. You'd like to think Qatar would try and go for it, and throw everything at it, but they're not. They're not. Even Ecuador are still pushing forward. Yeah, I think it'll potentially finish at 2-0, but if anyone's going to get another goal in this game, I don't think it's going to be Qatar.
No. Would you agree with that, Anthony?
Yeah, there's nothing really much you can say from this Qatar team. I just saw Dan go having a pop on the line. It's just it's nothing there. nothing there at all in this team. And to be honest with you, I think some of the
how's that not a sending off? Sorry,
Yeah.
how's that not a sending off? He struck him in the face.
Well, no, he actually...
I think he grabbed him around the
He grabbed
mouth
him
and
around the
down
neck and
towards
he's
the
got
throat.
down
Yeah.
holding his face, which basically, again, is cheating.
Yeah, it's simulation, but the actual motion was there.
Yeah, you would think that it should be at least a booking.
Oh yeah, but it won't be.
No, I don't know what VAR are doing. I mean, the things that he's booked people for, and then the things that he hasn't, is ridiculous. What an awful free kick!
Yeah.
Yeah, James, it is. It's annoying. I still say to this day that what they should do is VAR after the game is watch it again and go, right, he simulated. Give them all yellow cards.
Yeah.
And then when they get 2 or 3, obviously however many it is they need to get to be banned, you know, the managers will soon cut it out then.
You know what? It happened once.
But that was another game.
Chris, it happened once. I'll tell you this, God's honest truth, right? I were at college and we're playing against Blackburn College, and it was the first time I'd ever been called up for like the first team to play. I started on the bench, came on second half, and there were a player at Blackburn College constantly dropping like a sack of shit in front of me, and it kept picking me off, and he kept getting the free kicks. So I'm starting to lose my head a little bit in that game. I'm thinking, why is he getting everything? I've not even touched him. What's going on? So he dropped at one point. Referee came over, gave it free kick. That was it. My head went. So I just turned around to him and went, I'll give you something to fucking cry about. And I stamped on his shin. And I shouldn't have done. That player went on to be Phil Jones.
Oh. You've broken his leg.
I was hoping so. But yeah, well, Phil Jones, he went in my ear all game, and he's just absolute. That's why I don't like Phil Jones. I think he's bell end.
No. Thank you very much, Doug. New ones again, but thank you very much for that, mate. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
James is just saying Qatar have had a good chance. Let's have a look if that's going to be coming up soon.
Is that the person who took it coming up soon? Is that his name?
No, that was the porn film that, or the porn stream that Anthony was watching earlier. Ecuador on the break now. Oh, come on! Oh, that was an awful. Oh God! No, that was out. Oh,
Just too far.
that would have been a good goal, but it was just too hard on the pass through. Just trying to see what the.
Wow! I've just seen the shot. It was Montari, funnily enough. If ever in doubt, Qatar, trust the Ghanaian to try and get you back into it.
Oh yes.
Oh, just above the crossbar.
Fairness, that was the only decent effort they've had all game, I would say.
Yeah, it is, Chris. Yeah.
You score a goal like that, that's it. I wouldn't. I'd be like, nah, keep me up bench. Keep me up bench. I've done my bit for you. See you later.
Yeah. So far, Ecuador have got 2 yellow cards, and Qatar 4 yellow cards.
Oh, they've had more than that. They've got to have had more than that.
I would have thought so, but apparently not. On both, if you look on the graphics on the screen and on the BBC as well. Terry's in. Good evening. Highlights just jumped on for a short while. Are you enjoying the game? Not for me. Openers usually pretty cagey affairs. I just don't think there's. I think you've got one good team, one awful team, and I think it shows.
Yeah.
Doug, I tell you what, have a word with me off camera, and I can sort something out for you, I'm sure. It's 4 minutes to go. Thank God.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen enough of Anthony now, haven't we?
Yeah.
he can't wait for it to end. He's got his porn stream to go and check.
Chris, that's a secret.
He's got his tree up. He's just hoping to get his mistletoe out later.
Oh God!
No, not a camel toe. Your mistletoe. Oh, that's my channel never been shut down.
Oh God! I think he's an upgrade now from a camel toe, Chris. But moving on.
Oh dear. Oh, your wife, bless her, she takes some abuse.
More like a T-Rex claw now, isn't it? When they get to that age, more like a T-Rex claw.
Oh
dear.
Boy, man.
Apparently, she's had a tattoo on the inside of her thighs. Open longer hours. Corner. Do give our best to your good lady. Anthony.
I will do. You will see me when you go on that Leicester channel. She said, "Have you mentioned anything about me? You know, do you know that the other night when I said to you about the what was it? I said, oh, it was windy here in Bristol, and the I thought my gazebo shot across the garden. I realised it was the Mrs. Knickers." Right, she sat next to me, and Chris read out the comment, and I said, "P.S. Don't read this out loud." She sat next to me, so obviously Chris thought, "Oh, brilliant! I've got him." Reads it out loud. She said, "You bastard! You're always taking a mick out of me on streams, you are."
In fairness, as I'm going down, I wouldn't have read your other comment until I'd read that one. So.
But she, you know, she's up for a laugh. She likes to laugh, my missus. So, you know,
that time you came on mine, Anthony, and we'd not gone live. But you said, "Oh, just give me a minute," because I think the dog had pissed on your leg.
Oh yeah.
So he'd gone to the side and he'd gone in and told Mrs. that dog's just peed on me and stuff like that, but he didn't press mute on his audio. And then he said, "Right, I'm off and I'm shutting this door because your fanny stinks." And then he didn't even realise he didn't realise he'd not muted his thing. And then he went, "Did you hear that?" I went, "Yeah, I did." His face went bright red. It were hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
This was just before we were going on to the stream. And literally, Dan was literally going to go live. He was going to press the button, and that was when the dog decided to piss all over my foot. Basically,
that is. I'm sorry, Anthony. That is so getting clipped.
Yeah, that is so
5
getting
minutes
clipped.
extra added on, I believe it is. 5 minutes.
That was brilliant. That did you just hear that? Yeah, you're not on mute, mate. And then it's just he's bright red and being so laughing. Oh, it was comical.
I thought I muted it, Chris. Seriously, I thought I pressed mute. But we weren't live. That was a good thing. We wasn't live.
Yeah, it weren't live. However, I've just let the cat out of the bag live. So
you have now. It is live now.
It's live now. Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
And when it has its own show later. What have you guys made of Calicido? Is Doug asking.
Oh, I think Moses Salcedo's been pretty decent.
Well, both of them, Calicido and Calcido, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, no, I think he's been pretty.
Apparently,
he's not a bad midfielder, as I say. He's done pretty well, orchestrated the midfield. But then yet again, who in yellow hasn't played well?
But there you go. Yeah, he's like what Dan said.
Saints in. He's just been booked, actually, as if. Have you been watching it, Saint? What do you think of the?
Oh, I see. He's trying to put a joke up. There's a thief in Qatar. Watch him. I get it. There's a thief.
Oh God. Have you been speaking to Doug, Saint?
I was going to say these jokes are getting like really worse now, aren't they? It's like, oh God.
Well, let's be honest with you. Nobody's going to top you know your wife having a smelly fanny, is there? that is up there with Dan pissing in the corner. When he gets his thing out, it clumps into place or whatever. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ash. When a joke has got to be explained to me. Oh dear. James, thanks for popping in, mate. As always, you are a gentleman. Thank you so very, very much.
Yeah, well, take care, James.
What's going on here? Oh, it's a free kick. And it's just this, to be honest with you, this game it's just petered out in this second half. And I am worried if this is going to be the way that all the matches are going to go, then I think, it's not going to be a very exciting World Cup, unfortunately.
No, is it? Hopefully we'll see a bit better tomorrow. Like I say, we've not got long to wait to watch England, and
England.
Let's see what sort of crapstone we have to put in.
Yeah, good first half. Second half been a bit poor. See Ecuador versus Senegal being the key to who England might play. Yeah, I tell you what, if we play this lot, I wouldn't be too worried. I'm not going to lie about that. Of course, I forgot to use my goal celebration, didn't I?
Yeah. Well,
I've only got 2 minutes to hold out. 2 minutes to hold out for my prediction to be spot on. Well, not anymore. I've just seen the graphic.
No.
I have a prediction correct. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.
It is, and it has finished 2-0. Well, that's 45 minutes of my life I'm not going to get back, isn't it?
No, it's not. No.
Anthony, talk me through that second half.
Well, to be honest with you, Chris, I think it was it wasn't much of a second half, was it? I mean, Qatar come out trying to get something out of the game, at least a goal. They had a couple of chances. They couldn't stick the ball in the back of the net. Ecuador knew they were going to win the game, so they put their the foot off the gas basically and just started passing around the place. So that's pretty much summing up in the second half. I just want to say congratulations to Dan because he actually got the score right. He's better off predicting the World Cup than what he is in any championship game.
That's very true. That is very true. Where did you come last season, Dan?
You said it there yourself. Where did I come last season?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I don't know if I'm watching the England game tomorrow because obviously I think my missus is upstairs. She overheard me us saying something. So I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to watch that tomorrow.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Dan, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, a good performance by Enna Valencia. Should have had an hat-trick in the opening game. Not even 5 minutes, and we was tarred with controversy in VAR. I just think that, it were an easy day at the office for Ecuador. It's nice of Qatar to hold the tournament as much as they've paid for it, but I can't see them getting out in the game. Just for me, they might as well just enjoy it. Enjoy kicking lumps out of each other.
Does anybody know when the last team that hosted the tournament didn't get out the group stage?
No.
It's not a quiz question. I genuinely wonder. Oh, they've opened the roof. I'm generally wondering.
No, I'm not sure.
It was USA 94, was it? They didn't go into the round of 16, did they? In there, because it was. I might be wrong, but I can't recall them going really far.
I'm just asking my friend Mr. Google.
Did South Africa get out of the group stages?
Yeah. How many times did the host nation fail to get past the group stage? South Africa. Oh, South Africa, you were right. In 2010, are the only host nation that has failed to qualify from their group. Well, I think they'll be glad they'll be sat there going, "Go on, Ecuador, do it for us." Yeah, it was South Africa.
Wow, I've been right twice today. What's going on? Might have to go downstairs and say to Kate tonight.
Go downstairs and get Kate to give you a waft.
Yes.
If you like that sort of thing. Everybody's saying South Africa. I didn't need to Google, did I? Really, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa. Doug, if only you'd been that good in the World Cup quiz, you might have actually not come third. South Africa gets Snapple, and again, Snapple, thank you so much for earlier. Really do appreciate that. No, I don't think it was in the quiz. Was it? I don't think I asked that in the quiz. But Doug has added here that this is the first time ever a host nation has lost their opening game in a World Cup. I think it was always on the cards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like I say, at least we're not sat here going, "Oh, look, Qatar won." I wonder how they managed that.
I don't get this VAR offside. Why do they keep going back to VAR for offside? It's not offside when the ball's played.
No,
and
they got a defender in the front.
But
exactly.
You know that there is.
Look, there's a guy in the front. So how could it be? There's a guy. The defender's in front of the two players.
He might be offside with that one.
None of them are offside. That's the thing. That one needs explaining.
It does, and I'm sure the BBC will be doing that. But gentlemen, I thank you. I thank you for being part of this stream today, and thank you much for sharing that story about Anthony with us.
Well, yeah, it was a bit comical. This stream. I've enjoyed it.
I've got to go and clip that now. But Anthony, thank you so much. Remember to send me that link. But before you go, just tell everybody, apart from your Mrs. Bad Books, where can everybody find you?
Well, they can find me on Football United TV, where I do a show, Gunners from All Corners. Basically just chatting everything Arsenal and talking to Arsenal fans and getting their views on everything. There is going to be one, obviously, after the World Cup. I don't know if I'm going to be hosting that, according to the message I have from my missus. So fingers crossed, I might I might be hosting it.
But and again, it's talking about Arsenal.
Oh,
you can always do a Bristol City one, or a Southampton one, or a Qatar one, because they're in red. Anthony, you better go and do some sucking up to your missus. Mate, take her a cup of tea up.
Apologies.
And do give her all our best. And can you just say, by the way, can you just make it clear that that was nothing to do with me? That was all Dan. That I am the innocent one in this.
You are, Chris. Yes, you are.
Yes. Look at his face.
Yeah.
Is that her I can hear in the background?
Yes.
I shall say nothing. Anthony, thank you so much, mate. While you got both of them still attached, I'll let you go. Take care.
All right. Cheers, Dan. Cheers, Chris.
Cheers.
Cheers, Paul.
Bye.
Bye.
Dan, thank you again so much. Can you tell people, I mean, apart from on here, where people can find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Turf Morehouse or Turf Morehouse TV on all social media platforms. Please do go check us out and show us your support, because we are trying to get to 1K by the end of the season. Hopefully get to it by the end of the World Cup. That would be fantastic. But Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube is the main one. If you could please go and show your support on there, then it'd be much appreciated. So thank you.
Yeah, let's get him to the 1,000. Show him some love. Show him some love. Of course, the other place you can always find Dan is with his head in a bucket puking up. So, Dan, I think I'm seeing you on Tuesday.
You are indeed.
Yes.
I think it's Denmark, Tunisia.
Is it?
It's either Denmark, Tunisia I'm seeing you for, or Uruguay, something or other.
It's the 1 o'clock kickoff. Denmark it is, I think. Denmark. Yeah. So thank you very much, sir. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday.
You will indeed. Thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for showing Chris your support.
Cheers, buddy. Take care.
Cheers. Take care.
Cheers. The links to both those guys' channels will be in the description below on YouTube, when Anthony sends them through to me. There's a bit of a quiz going on. Kate's in here. Just to clarify, you're never right, hence why you're at the bottom of every prediction show, Daniel. Ooh! Boom! Get in there, Kate, right at the end. Tell you what, since she's got that Arsene Wenger coat, she's been a different woman. I'll see you all for the USA game tomorrow. Cheers, Nat. We are doing that live with the Dugster. Early for me, as if Madison won't be playing. Not sure whether he will. Anthony says he's still alive. Nice one, mate. Nice one. So, let us tell you what you can find coming up for the rest of the week. And here we go. Let me just get rid of the comment. So this is what you can see on Leicester Till I Die TV. Tomorrow morning with Carl will be joining me for the England versus Iran watch-along from 12:30 with a 1 o'clock kickoff. Tomorrow night, 6:30 for a 7 o'clock kickoff. The Dugster will be on with me, USA Wales. Tuesday at 3:30, Mexico against Poland, 4 o'clock kickoff. I haven't got a co-host for that yet, so I'm still trying to sort that out. Wednesday at 3:30, Spain versus Costa Rica. Wednesday at 9, we've then got the last round of 16 quiz when Craig from Leicester will take on Simon from Spurs. Only 2 horses in that race. Where do you think Spurs will come? Thursday, 3:30 for 4, Portugal, Ghana. Friday, 2 shows again on the Friday. Wales, Iran at 9:30 in the morning. Guy, you might not want to turn up on time because might sleep in. Who knows? Friday at 7. I think it's 6:30 4/7. I've got that wrong there. 6:30 4/7. England versus the US of A. What would have been at one point Trump versus Boris, but there we go. But thanks very much to everybody. I'm off to go and get some food. I need something inside me. I'm sure that's what Anthony's wife says to him most of the time. Thank you very much. I hope you like the new graphics. Thanks for watching. Support the guys that have been on the show with me tonight. Support this channel as well. Please press the subscribe button if you haven't. And if you are subscribed, please press the like button. It does help get the channel on other people's home pages. What can I say? Things can only get better. Surely, please tell me things can only get better. But then again, it is England up next. Thanks very much. Take care. Stay safe. Remember, everybody, don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy. Good night.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
This week's episode has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over.